And we are live, at least half alive, because we're all trying to caffeinate or sugar up enough to play today. Welcome to today's Mother's Day game, which has nothing to do with mothers because, well, I'm just babbling at this point.
I'm a
Yes,
mom.
we have one mom, one cat mom,
I was gonna say I'm technically a mom. I got 2 toddlers.
and we have half the crew with us today. Maybe some other people will show up at the last minute, as they are wont to do. But we only get to play every 2 weeks, so we ain't waiting on them. Last time, you all walked through a portal and wound up in Sigil. Somehow. Nobody knows why. And so a few of you told me that you wanted to use a couple of days, to ask around town. So there are some job options available to you. There's also some fairly interesting shopkeepers if you need gear. But Trilac, I think went ahead and got some of the list of portals and the keys that are somewhat stable. So, and we have a small list of jobs available. Trevor spent time getting to know the peacekeeping guilds, the Harmonium and the Mercy Killers. They would like it if you just went to one of the portals that leads to the Abyss and start killing demons on their home turf. Because if you wait for them to get into the city, then you risk breaking laws. But if you kill them over there, it's okay. And you thin out the demons by killing them permanently.
Remind me which guild was which again.
The Harmonium are the ones that will arrest you if you break the law. The Mercy Killers are the ones that will execute you after your trial.
Got it.
Like the Harmonium, their nickname around the city is the Hardheads because they're knights and paladins. The Mercy Killer is called the Red Death. They have interesting ways that they want to make a spectacle of you. They let their worm get you. So that's actually a public holiday for people when the worm executes someone. They're not nice people. And
I kind of want to know about this worm, but anyway.
They have a worm underneath their headquarters, and they will open up the door and let it barbecue people.
Okay, is it like a dragon worm
Yeah.
or a worm?
Worm with a Y.
Yeah, I was going to say WYRM.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
Sorry.
they've told you where some of the portals to the Abyss are. They're in the hive, and they tend to open up way too frequently for their taste. So you can always go down there and slaughter some. Let's see, because Kyle and Frick aren't able to make it to us today. We're going to say Kyle is out trying to talk to less affiliated people, or Michael is out talking to less affiliated people, and Frick is probably out getting to know the Brewers Guilds.
Okay.
Which, makes sense. Still screaming something about how, you can't beat lava.
Lava beats all!
That was still fun for me. Okay, but there are some other jobs that you know of, like some people say some of the work crews or the crafting guilds send out work crews to different places to collect things like lumber, because lumber does not grow inside of a smog-filled city that gets 4 hours of daylight a day.
Something tells me that the druid won't allow us to take down a tree.
Well, they like to hire people for one of their crews actually quit reporting in, so they would like somebody to go find out what happened. Basically it's like there's a lumber camp out there in the Outlands where everything grows wild and natural, and they have to just try to send wood through when the portal opens up.
Sounds like a job for
That
the
sounds like fun.
Scooby-Doo gang.
Are we the Scooby Gang now? Is that what we are?
I'm starting to think so.
Well, I mean, we have Tiberius, so that's a good start.
Yeah, he's the Scrappy Doo of the group.
Lily, get down. Get down. Thank you.
So much more authentic when you have two of them to yell at, much like you would be yelling at Tiberius. But
That didn't do much to it.
if you don't have anything like special that you want to accomplish, I can just roll a die and you can take whichever job I roll for you.
That lumber one seems like something three of us could probably have some fun with. Get
Yeah,
us
and I
out
can
of the city
always
for a minute.
plant and grow more trees.
Yeah, I mean they do try to have sustainable sources because, like I said, lumber is more expensive than stone in this city, so
they're
can't.
responsible lumberjacks.
Yeah, some people actually try to accomplish that when it's based on their livelihood. I mean, there's two reasons why every building in the city is made out of stone or steel. One is that it won't burn down. Two is that it's honestly cheaper.
It's gotta be hot as fuck in this city.
Well, it's actually really smoggy because of all the industry, especially down in the lower quarter. They actually have days where the harmonium has to send people around whole sections just because the smog is so bad that normal people can't walk through it.
So do we still have our Lightbringer boys on call?
The amount of money you've been throwing at them, yeah.
They
They're your personal guides as long as you keep throwing gold coins at them.
That's probably true.
Hold on.
Oh, did we ever establish whether or not we had a regular place to stay?
No, I figured that since Viserius, was sort of paid up your tab for a couple of days at the hotel you were staying at. But if you want to get a regular place, now would be the time to tell me that you're putting the money into that.
Well, I think the problem with that is that none of us really want to be here very long.
That's why I said last time we're just better off renting a place for now.
Yeah.
That's why I said rental would cost you so much a month. Because the whole reason we came here is that I was out of storylines in Wildom and nobody had anything they wanted to accomplish. So I decided to send you to the hub of the multiverse where you can do literally whatever you want, except go home right away.
Let's just find a moderately comfy place to stay and then call it good.
Yeah.
Pay for a week in advance?
Well, we'll just say that some of these jobs, instead of paying money, they'll give you a place to stay. And then it's, whatever you earn from the critters is what you'll get. And
that sounds fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So you said that you wanted to go to the Outlands.
We'll check out what happened with the missing lumberjacks.
Okay. Let me just double check which one that was going to be. Okay.
Matt's on his way, he said.
Okay. All right, well then he'll get to join you once he's there. We'll say he's going. Okay, so they tell you that this particular portal tends to open up every few days, so it's one of those, once you're there, you're gonna have to stay for at least a few days. But this portal doesn't have a key so much as it just opens up. That's why it's good for lumber, and you don't have to go and try to buy anything from a half crazed dust mephit that runs the shop. One of the reasons I love Sigil is that even though none of the stuff is updated for 5e, they have some really fun characters, and they all run shops, and they're all insane. Like the Friendly Fiend. I'm waiting for you guys to need potions, because I think I'm sending you to the Friendly Fiend. And when you need key parts of animals for keys, well, then you go talk to Samus Zenus, who runs...
I mean, that was gonna... So wait.
Yeah. All right. If you want to wait for Matt, do you need any potions or anything? While I'm thinking
That was going to be my question. Like, do we need, like,
it would give us
supplies?
It might give us 5 minutes for Matt to show up if you want to go buy potions right before you go out, or you can just go and start to fight. Because Katie will be here within 20 minutes. I know this is such an exciting episode. Thank you for joining us today, people.
Let's go get some potions.
Val's handing out the coffee for the public holiday. Maybe she's putting everything in quotations, so she's in Canada, but I know she knows what Mother's Day is. She's from Louisiana, and now she lives in Canada, so make fun of that accent combination all you want.
Oh, my Lord.
Okay, so you guys decide you want to buy some potions real quick? Okay. So,
Sure.
while there's lots of places you can go, the kids know the lower sections better, and that's why they're going to tell you, if you don't mind him, you can go buy, from a kin over at the Friendly Fiend. People, they wonder about him because he's an Arcanolith and he's extremely friendly, and those two words don't go together very often.
Oh, what now?
A kin runs the Friendly Fiend. He's an Arcanolith. That's one of the neutral evil fiends.
No, that was
Yeah.
Trevor in character to the name of the guy.
Okay, yeah. His name, that little check mark thing up there, K-I-N.
Let's go see him.
Okay.
I look at Rihanna.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
a couple of them will...
You just think that I know every fiend out there because of being a tiefling?
Do you?
Let's go find this guy.
Okay. So, you eventually do make it down there, and his shop is a small one-room shop. There's a sign up front, just says in bright letters, The Friendly Fiend. If you go in, the shelves are just packed with random stuff because it's whatever he has, each week. So you can rummage through. But at the counter is sort of a fox jackal type figure, humanoid, standing there. He's got like 5 earrings in each ear. Arm has all these gold bracelets on each one, so he jingles when he walks around. And he even has like a swath of black fur across his eyes, giving him that raccoon bandit mask sort of thing. As you walk in, he gets the big grin, which is sort of like when Trilak grins at you. So it's all teeth, only he's friendlier. He goes, welcome to the Friendly Fiend. So good to meet you all. How are you doing? Please, come in. Look around. Let me know if you see anything. So how are you doing today? Where are you going? What are you up to? How can I help you?
He wants healing potions. I motion to Trevor, and I just kind of walk off and start wandering around the shop.
All right, so he goes up to you, Trevor, and I think he's about a little bit taller than you, and you're trying to chew, but that's okay because he's still going to talk. He's like, so healing potions, you're going to be getting into a fight, huh? Well, let's see what we got around here. All right.
Does he actually roll a die?
Yes, because he has some of those. He's like, and then he's using it to help him count over. It was a divining die. You smartass. And you know what? I just suddenly remembered. I probably had. Yep, I always forget to hit record. I'll have to download this later. Anyway, so he starts pulling out some vials. He's got, we got 2 of the normal common healing potions. So there's those. And, we have 2 of the uncommon healing potions. And
Okay, so a basic and a not so basic.
Yeah, I think what I just say, it was 3 common and 2 uncommon.
What do you guys have for? Do you guys need any?
I have.
Okay, I don't know if she just quit talking or if the mic went out.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. I have 3 regular healing potions and 8 greater healing potions.
Oh, well, I should be buying from you then. But we have other things around here. What else are you looking for? You can always use something.
Well, what's interesting that you have? Like something.
Oh, well, he just starts rummaging through things. You look like you are a fighter because you're needing potions. But you know what's better is when people don't actually hit you. And he takes out a helmet and he pops it on your head. And it's made out of like a dark gray material. And you don't see anything different when he puts it on. But
that's very attractive, Trevor.
Brianna, his eyes are glowing red.
Oh. That's interesting.
Does it match my armor?
Yes, it does. And he says, you can have that. So if you want to keep it, you have a dread helmet. It makes your eyes glow red. That's literally all it does. And
okay. It would be rude to say no to a gift.
Yes, it would. Not many people decline an Arcanolith anyway.
Yeah, it's like, thanks.
I'll ask him, so, do you have anything that would work well for someone like me?
Well, I gotta get to know who someone like you is. So tell me, who are you? What's you about? What's your life story? How can I help you today?
I'll walk up to him, and I'll flick my tail up, kind of poke him with it.
And he will poke you back with his, but his is furrier, and so it's like a cat poking you with the tail.
I'll say, I do what I want, when I want.
Ah, well, in that case, and he starts looking around, it's like, pulls out a glass eye. No, you've got 2 of those already. We have, he pulls out a wand. I have a wand of smiles.
What does that do?
Let me show you. And he flicks it at Tarak, who, is probably just kind of, I think, grumpy in the corner. But suddenly, a big, uncontrollable smile just comes across his face.
No.
Okay, he pulls out another matching wand, and he flicks that at Tarak, whose smile then becomes a terrible frown. Okay,
yeah,
that doesn't really seem to be doing it for you. He puts them back in. It's like, okay, so you like to have fun, okay? He pulls out. I have this vial. It's called Perfume of Bewitching. Anyone who has a CR of 1 or lower will have disadvantage on all charisma checks against you, or you'll have advantage against them. It makes them like you.
Well, I don't need much help in that department, but that would be interesting.
That's true. Here you go. And he just gives you that. It's like,
Okay.
So you probably like to cheat people because you do what you want to do. He takes out, he says, I have a charlatan's die. You can have that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I actually got to look that one up.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm just kind of looking at him like, okay.
Yeah. Whenever you roll this 6-sided die, you can control which number it rolls.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And he looks over at Tarek. So, Tarek, Mr. Grumpy Troll Guy, how can I help you today?
Half orc. I'll take the 2 greater healing potions, your uncommon healing potion.
Okay. It would normally be.
If I can find them.
We'll call that 200 for the 2 of them.
I'll shake my coin and out 200.
Okay, and he collects that and like, oh, that's neat. That's neat. You're gonna have to tell me where you got that someday. Matt, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay, so while they're getting ready before we go on a mission, we're at a place called the Happy Fiend, which is run by an Arcanolith named Akin. He's a very happy fox type fiend, and so he's going to go over to you and it's like, so, Mister, whatever you are, how can I help you out today?
What do you have in mind? You seem to know everybody so well.
Well, actually, I don't know you, and that's what I want to change. We need to fix that. So, who are you? What's your life about? Tell me everything.
I bring death and wanton destruction to everyone I meet.
Okay, that sounds like my ex-wife.
Trilak will chuckle rather loudly at that one.
He's actually going to start kind of putting his paw hands on, not like, in your face, just double checking you're not an illusion.
No, he's quite real.
Okay. Had to be sure. My shop burned down a couple of times over the century. Sometimes Shemeska likes to mess with me. Just double checking. Say, okay.
It is a joke. I heal people. That is my goal, is to keep people alive.
So you kill people and then you heal people. Okay. That's a complicated life story you got going on there.
I never said it was easy.
Well, it's he sells a variety of spells and potions and wands and then just random knickknacks. So if
anything shiny that catches my attention.
Yes, first off there's all the jewelry he's wearing. And
let's not pickpocket the fiends.
I'm trying to take off the items he has already, just handed off at random. He probably does have some, little bits of jewelry in there. So, if you want to try to take something, he's like,
I'll take a peek at something if it's pretty.
Do you have something that would make my already gloriously beautiful horns even more attractive?
So he's kind of giving your horns a good look, takes a monocle and checks them out. Like, I got just the thing. He takes off one of the rings on his finger and slides it onto your horn. It's got like a big red ruby on it.
Ooh,
you see, you are gorgeous. You are more gorgeous than you were because you are already gorgeous.
Gorgeous, darling. Just gorgeous.
But if you want something that'll help people, know you're coming, he takes out this one orb and he twists it, and all of a sudden a wild gonging sound comes from it.
Actually, that's the exact opposite of what I would...
Okay, he turns it. He's like,
I prefer to remain unnoticed for the most part.
Well, that's going to be a challenge for you. And I don't have anything that really kind of, he takes out a spell scroll. Say, I have a friend's spell so that when people do see you, they like you. But I don't think you have that problem. He puts it back.
I like this little bauble. How much would you like that?
That is my gift to you. You keep that.
3 gifts. My goodness.
I like to have friends be, people should always be nice to each other. That is my motto.
Wow. That's very kind of you.
That's the kind of guy I am. I'm a kind of guy.
Well, we need more people like you, I think.
That is true.
No, guys, may I point out that loud orb thingy might come in use if we need a distraction.
I'll tell you what, you can have
Just
that.
throwing it out there.
I've already given you something, so you can have that for, let's call it 10 gold.
Sure.
Okay, you have an orb of gonging.
Orb of Gonging.
Yes, it's in D&D Beyond, but I'll send you the stats if you need them. I mean, that's basically it. You align the parts of it, and it just starts making a loud noise. A gonging sound, actually. So, he's got a few other random things. You see just a skeleton key. That's just it, a skeleton key.
Again, I wanted to, like, while Reina's looking at him, I want to see if there's like a pretty necklace or a pretty bracelet or something.
If you're just looking for a regular, like, bracelet, then...
Yeah, just something,
Okay, yeah.
simple but pretty.
Yeah, you can find one. There's going to be, like, one that's made out of brass, one made out of silver, and if you really want to go high-end, there was one apparently made out of platinum.
Silver's good.
Okay. We'll call that 15 gold. And, the kids are, poking around and stuff, too, because I think you brought at least 3 of them with you. Because they don't really go too far from you guys while you're in town, unless you're going somewhere completely stupid.
That's actually
Did we accidentally adopt children?
I think so.
These will, can take care of themselves. So, one of them holds up like a thing of paint that's just marked mood mark paint.
Okay, that looks interesting.
That when you put it on your face and then it changes color with your mood, so that way everyone knows how you're feeling that day.
Need to put some of that on Tarek then. Stick my finger in it and wipe it on his face. There.
All right, you now have like
I'm
a
still
big.
frowning.
You have a purple mark. I think what would be the color of annoyance?
Blue.
Okay, it starts to turn a deep blue, almost purple color.
That's cute.
And he, now that vial is empty. It only had enough for 1 dose.
Oh, my bad.
Ken is chuckling. He doesn't care. He thought it was funny. So,
Derek, are you okay? You seem kind of grumpy. Or is this just regular you?
You've making me frown. I want to smile.
he takes out the wand of smiles and flicks it at you, and now you're smiling. It wears off after like a minute.
Oh, okay.
So. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the chat, and but that was just so. Yeah, if there's something like specific you're wanting, he has that. If you just want random knickknacks, he has that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at the 3 boys that are tagging along and say, is there anything you could use?
One of them has picked up a staff that suddenly has things circling it, and they're all just staring at that.
That might get you hurt.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're probably right. And he kind of taps it, and all the stuff falls down around him, and that key bounces off his head. Ken still just, chuckling at all this. You guys made his day.
I like this guy. He's cool.
Yeah.
And I like you.
I didn't realize I said that out loud, but there we go.
Trevor, you have a tendency to talk to yourself out loud a lot, so.
You know what? Sometimes you just got to talk.
What happens.
I go whole days without anybody coming around to talk, so I just have to talk to myself sometimes. It's okay.
Well, sometimes when I need good advice, the only person I can talk to for it is myself.
That's right, because who knows you better than you?
That's right.
Wow. That was some wise words there.
I have had many centuries to come up with some clever sayings. I stole them all from a book.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of somebody.
Uh-huh.
Really? Who do I remind you
same
of?
Thing.
A lich friend of mine.
Okay. You have some interesting friends. I've never met a lich I liked. Then again, I never met a lich I didn't like.
Have you met a lich at all?
No, I haven't.
See,
They
there we
don't
go.
really get around the city that much. And I don't get out of the city that much, so it works out. Well, it doesn't work out.
So is there something that's actually considered out of the city other than going through the portals?
Well, the only way to get in or out of the city is to go through portals. It's really
Oh, okay.
is that's why it's called the City of Doors, not just the city of open pathways.
Okay. Well,
Point taken.
do you know anything about? And then I can't remember because Carrie, the player, is completely too sleepy to remember things. The name of the place that we're going to take this job at. I can't remember what you said.
It's just called the plane is called the Outlands.
Okay. Do you know anything about the Outlands that
Yeah,
would be good for first time people to know?
Okay, it's wild and it's natural, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's land that's out.
Yes, it's land that is on the outside as opposed to land that is on the inside. That's why it's not called the Inlands.
Okay.
This sounds
Are there
like
any
fun.
are there any particular kinds of beasties or nasty things we should be particularly aware of?
Well, they're not really like mean beasts, but they are big beasts, and then there are some small beasts. Basically, if it's a beast, it's probably there somewhere. You got your small ones, and he's, like pulls out a stuffed animal of a stuffed, like a toy squirrel. You got your small ones, and he rumbles through. He pulls out a Stegosaurus model toy, and you got your big ones. Except this one isn't very big, but imagine this, but big. And he reaches
There's some
over-
of those there.
Probably.
What is that?
That is called a Stegosaurus.
Stega who?
A steg.
Stegosaurus.
He's not that bright, is he? It is a big lizard with spikes on its tail.
He's pretty, not smart.
Yeah, but he's pretty, so
I
it's
can
okay.
hear.
See, that's the
Yeah,
other
like I
reason why I
said,
gave
he's
him
a
the
little
helmet.
obvious.
He's like me. He turns to Trevor. See, you're like me. You look good, so people don't take you seriously. That's why you should wear the helmet. You look scary, and then they'll take you serious. Like that's why no.
Kind of slowly sinks into dread, like, oh, he's got a point.
Well, he is all decked out.
Yes, you're very flashy and very decorative.
He kind of like just a.
Flashy.
I know. Jingle,
Am I?
jingle, 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 jingle.
I'm a little jealous, to be honest. Apparently, I need to get my butt in gear and obtain myself some more shinies.
You've got plenty of shiny. See, you got these two right here in the center of your face that are very shiny. Oh, and then you got that ring on your horn too. That's very
Yes.
nice. You gotta tell me where you got that someday.
I
You know
will.
what you should get, Brianna? You should get like a nice gold chain and put it from like horn to horn or something.
Oh, he starts rummaging through. I've only got the silver one, but
I think silver's more my color.
oh, he
Well,
takes that back. No, I got something better. He takes that back, and then he brings out one that looks like a big spider's web. And he's like, "Hold on, I got it." And he puts a couple of like little rings on it. There you go. Now you got like a spider web silver chain between your horns.
Does it actually look good, or is it kind of goofy looking?
It looks nice. It's subtle, but it will catch the light, and it it's not goofy looking. It just looks like what a goth, a fashionable goth might wear. Like Morticia Adams would have worn this.
Okay. All right. I
My
can get it.
kitten just fell from the top of the screen door.
That sounds like
That's
a
why they're
Rihanna
bouncing.
stealth roll right there.
She's fine. I just didn't realize she had climbed all the way up top and then jumped off.
Hey, Mama, look.
No
Oh,
hands.
no hands.
Literally.
That's
Sorry.
Okay. Well, now that we're all shiny and pretty, and I'm assuming you guys have the potions you wanted, correct?
it's like,
Charlotte,
okay.
did you need
You are
potions?
ready
So
to
I
go
was,
out and stun the world.
That's what we do best.
You should do it by looking flashy, not by hitting them with sticks. They don't like that.
I have a big pointy stick.
Okay, people don't like to get hit with that either. Hitting people is bad. You probably shouldn't do it that often. But when you're going to do it, you should do it really hard with the pointy end.
That's what I specialize in.
And I specialize in keeping us from being murdered from angry people. So, yes.
So that is also a good thing to do. I try to go every day without being murdered.
Yeah,
I have been
it's
successful
a
most of the
goal.
time.
Yep, it's a goal I have. It's a daily goal. Yes, one of my top 5.
Yep. Every day I try not to die.
Has anybody told me about the glowy thingy about the helmet?
Oh, I probably would have said,
Okay.
do you have a mirror?
Yes. And he holds up one, but this one is creates an illusion that makes you look like the opposite sex.
Oh my, that's not what I meant.
Oh, okay. He kind of looks at himself. His image doesn't change because he's a fiend and he doesn't actually have gender.
Right.
So he pulls out something else. Does this one work? And this is
Okay.
Trevor. When you look at this, you got this, helmet with like the big, the horns coming up and red glowing eyes. You look very
Okay,
much.
I look too much like my brother in that one.
But it would be effective, like you said.
Yeah, you
You're
see.
too pretty to be taken
I'll wear
seriously.
it when I'm trying to hit something, but not around a...
Well, you can turn the eye thing off when you want to.
Oh, okay. We'll do that.
That's convenient.
But I don't know why you would ever turn it off. You look badass.
I know. Yeah, I agree.
Again.
This voice is harder to pull off than I thought it would be.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, well.
See, most people aren't as nice as you guys. You guys are something special. You should come around every day.
We may be
Well,
back.
I mean, if we find a way to come back and then get,
That is
Oh,
true.
and
You
come
might
back,
wind
we
up
might.
being eaten by something.
Again, one of my goals, not to
Yeah,
get
let's-
eaten by anything.
let's not
I'll tell you what.
eaten.
If you want, I'll take a blood sample from each of you, and if you don't come back, I'll have you cloned.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
He's already holding the needle. Are you sure?
Yes, please don't touch me with that.
Okay. He puts the needle back. The needle's just stuck in one of the drawers.
Maybe that's not a bad idea.
Tarak holds out his finger.
Okay.
No,
he takes the
no.
needle back out, and he pokes you with it, and he takes like a small vial of blood.
You just gave a fiend your blood. Do you realize what you've done?
What was your name? I want to make sure I label it right.
He's going to make another one of me. Then I have someone to talk to.
Actually, I wouldn't recommend it while you're alive. I have seen bad results when you do it while someone's still alive. But again, what was your name? I got to make sure I label this right. Angry half-orc guy might get a little confusing.
Dumbass.
Okay, Tarak, angry half-orc guy. Okay. And he puts that behind his counter.
Okay.
And then he holds
is
out
there-
the needle, still dripping with a drop of blood. Anybody else?
No, I think we're good.
How about the kids? Kids are a precious commodity. We need more of them in the world.
I just gotta push the kids behind me. Nope.
Yeah,
you're
the
good.
kids are quick to back up. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
we're good.
maybe next time.
Is there anything that you would be interested in buying if we were to come across something that you don't have, or something that you may have heard of, that if we happen to come across something interesting?
Oh, I like interesting things. If you get interesting things, you can bring them by here. Except they shouldn't be perishable. I don't really have refrigeration around here.
Good to know.
But he basically has a junk shop.
That's what I was thinking this
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
So
This
he,
is a great shop.
like,
My
thank you.
favorite
Please
kind.
tell your friends. More people should stop by. For some reason, they're a little off-put. I think it's because, I got all these teeth. And they just see the teeth, and they think I'm trying to eat them when I'm just trying to smile at them.
He knows what
Maybe
that's
you
like.
need more
An
color.
emotion to try, like. Oh, he's
More
very
colors.
colorful.
How can I get
in
more
the shop.
colors? Oh, on the shop. He's like,
Yeah, like some colored drapes or something.
yeah, we don't have windows for drapes, though.
Tapestries then. Wall coverings.
You know, we're
I don't
going to
know
look
these
into
words.
that.
Trevor, paladin by day, decorator at night. Anyway,
You don't know what I do in my free time.
that's true.
I could surprise you.
This has gotten...
Never mind.
This is basically what I thought was going to happen when you guys met him. It got weird.
Duh.
When doesn't anything that happens in the party not get weird?
What he said.
I honestly figured, hey, when you guys heard that there was a fiend shopkeeper, I was like, some of you never wanted to speak to a fiend in your life.
Well, he left.
That is true. That is true. You guys have no problem talking to someone of any alignment as long as they're not trying to eat your face.
I mean, it's true.
And his voice was, like I said, more of a strain on me than I thought it would be. Sundrop
You
is
don't
probably
judge a
not
book
good.
by its cover.
So I look at Trevor.
Actually,
and
you should
Trevor
judge a
like,
book by its
"It's
cover. You can learn a lot by it. Like this one, he holds up, and it's got things I shouldn't describe in front of children. It's like, you're pretty much sure you know that this is... Okay. You have the latest book in the Oscar the Orc series.
Hi, Fuzzball.
And then he holds up another one.
Do
and
you
he's like,
have one of these, Tarek?
and then he holds up another
do
book
not.
that is, and this one, it's basically what's the best way to put it? It's Gith poetry.
Cool.
Gith
Gith
poet.
poetry.
Gif, the big hippo men.
Yeah.
And it has like a big cannon on the front. And
So this guy must be a full orc, whereas you're only a half orc.
What other kind of books do you have, out of curiosity? Just those?
okay. No, I got a
Sorry.
few others around here. He's like, oh, this right here was a diary of a vampire. It sucks, honestly. But
You're funny.
Thank you. I try. And then we have the big book of Outworld Monsters.
Ooh.
Ooh, I want that.
Really?
was it?
It's
That-
kind of a dull read.
I would like to purchase it from you.
Okay. It'll be 2 gold pieces.
I had just absentmindedly handed him a gold for the book that I snatched out of his hands because I'm not giving it back.
He's like, oh, yeah, all right, sure, whatever, fine. This is,
Damn! And I open it up and shove it in Trevor's face. Look at that thing.
Wait, what book does she have?
she has the latest in the Oscar the Orc series from
It's a
Critical
smut
Role.
book.
Oh, it's a smut book?
Yes,
You know, like Tusk Love.
So
that
do I
was
just
it.
have, like,
it's
So do I
Tusk
have-
Love 8.
Yeah.
so do I have like a cheap smut drawing in my face, or is she just showing me a random smut paragraph?
I'm assuming it's
It has
pictures.
a few illustrations in it.
I asked Tarek if he had something like that. He said no.
You see, this
Anyway,
is
I
where
close it.
I get into so much trouble. These guys have the characters do this stuff to me. Okay.
And you love us.
No, it's the characters that get me in trouble. I just hand you that. I just hand you the big book of Outland critters.
Monsters.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going there, shouldn't we?
I
should
know,
have, like,
but-
maybe a guide.
I know, but Akin wasn't supposed to hand you the book, and he did. It has descriptions of things, so you can flip through the.
Stegosaurus.
See, we're smart.
You can now flip through if you flip through your monster manual or whatever. If it's a beast, you can read a description of it.
Nice.
That'll be the easy way for me to handle it. It's got a
Trevor, it looks
description
like you
of
have
almost every
homework
beast.
tonight.
Sure.
Yeah. You read that, and I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's a
read
Stegosaurus.
this.
I wonder if you can write
Whoa.
those.
Hey, Tarek, do half orcs do this kind of thing too?
Only when we want to.
Wait, what kind of thing? I read over her shoulder.
Right?
That is
Okay.
not how you meant to use your tusk, I believe. I really really doubt that is how any person does his helmet. Ira looks at them as he's been caught reading it as well. I'll go over here.
I just
I'll
see
loan
us
it to you
all
later.
leaning over, just
I know,
leaning
everybody's looking over my
Rhiannon.
shoulder. I'm like, I didn't know you could do
I
that.
didn't know half orcs were.
There's not much I know, right? Apparently, I've been barking up the wrong trees.
Apparently, I thought I was flexible. Yup.
I think we are meant to
Close in the bag.
read it in your spare time. Alone, preferably.
How about we have story time tonight? I'll read it out loud.
Let's do it.
I look
And
at the
he's
little
like-
fiend.
Thank you.
It is a grace and it is a burden you have given us today.
I think that is how I like to describe myself. I am burdened with grace.
Oh, and you are so true there. And I will walk up to him and I will put my hand on the side of his face and give him a little pat and say, "You are so special."
And he does the same, and so are you. Yeah,
Thanks.
sorry, I do shed a little bit.
But I look fabulous, right?
Yes. I am just so full of myself, I have to give myself out, and that's why I shed.
Try saying that with my accent.
It's hard enough saying it with mine. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope that something doesn't eat your face, because you have nice faces. But if something eats his face, I'll make a new one, and you can kill the old one and have him back good as new. Well, good as he is right now. I can't go back in time. I can only do him like he is now.
Whew, lordy. All right. Thank
What
you.
just happened?
You just made friends with an Arcana lith.
Yeah, we just met our Simpkins of Sigil.
We just
He
met our
wasn't even my
Gilmore sigil.
creation. This is actually how they describe him.
Wow.
I love it.
Awesome. Uh-oh. We lost Matt.
Oh, well.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
So,
All right.
in
So
the
what-
meantime, Kiara will probably show up sometime, so when she shows
Yeah.
up, she'll just be there.
I'm going to pull the book back out of my bag once I get outside. I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have to... Oh, God dang it.
Ran over in public.
I know. I was
So-
just thinking...
I
Anyway.
figure you were heading towards the portal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so in this, you're heading on towards the Outland portal that they told you would be opening about this time. So, like I said, this one is actually a dried up well, and if you're looking in it, you see when the portal opens, and you just jump through the portal. It's like a 10-foot drop. It won't be enough to hurt you.
All right. Fine.
Okay.
Geronimo. Done I go.
Wait, the portal is open, right?
Yes, you're not just jumping
Okay.
into a well. The portal is open.
Sure.
Okay.
Now,
Oh, there's
now just
Kiara.
imagine. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun,
Hello.
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Hello.
Yeah, you do hear a splash as she lies in the water. It does open up to a stream, but there's no rapids. You're safe. So,
Alright,
Is there
guess
a
I'll
to-
go
is there a
next.
small
Doink.
Is there a small Italian man nearby with the red hat?
no. There is a gnomish guy. There's a pair of gnomish brothers, one in green, one in red. But they're just walking by the well.
Trilek will look at them as they walk past, shake his head, and then just basically dive in.
The portal's only open for about another 5 minutes, so I suggest you all get in.
Yeah, I'm jumping in. I want to see the Stegosaurus.
Okay.
Everybody in the pool.
All right. So everybody jumps through. I hope you move before the next person jumps down, especially if the next person weighs 300 pounds in armor.
Of course. When I land, I do a graceful roll, stand up, and strut away.
All right. So the rest of everybody kind of splashes in because I don't think y'all are quite as graceful.
No.
I give that one a 4.
But
I'm worth at least a 5.
Oh, honey, you're an 8 in my book.
so as you land, it's probably a druid's dream place. Tralac lands. Well, it would be a belly flop, except he's encased in armor, but he just kind of flails. Ah!
That was graceful.
A trout comes flying out of the splash zone.
Please tell me he lands on top of Tarek, because Tarek hasn't moved yet.
Now Tarek
I
lands
think
on
he did.
top of him,
Oh, Lord.
which probably hurt Tarek more as Tralac is encased in armor. Anyway, so you are now in just a giant forest area. You're in the stream, unless you've gotten out of the stream, and there is a well-worn trail that is heading into the forest.
Okay.
I'm gonna start following the trail.
Okay.
I like this place.
Yeah, but did we stop to think to ask where we were supposed to look for these lumberjacks who went missing?
The trail will lead you to their camp.
Okay. All right.
Unless you just want to walk in a random direction, which is even more fun.
Let's not do that.
Make a nature check.
Okay. So you just start to head off, and it's going to be a couple of miles before you get there. And you do see a small town, I guess, because they have to live there. So yeah, it's basically a small town, and it's like a normal small town. It's filled with people who are all noticing the newcomers. And you have seen, various animals on your trip, mostly like, squirrels and a deer. Except one of the deer had like red horns for some reason, or antlers.
Trevor,
saw that.
what is that?
Dang.
What is that?
Is a red antlered deer.
We're like those like stupid tourists who have like who bought like the big colorful guide
Yes.
to wherever I'm walking on.
Yeah. It's actually a perfectly normal deer, except every now and then they get red horns. Or red antlers. Why do I keep saying horns? So,
Mhm.
Put the book back in my bag.
anyway, so you get into town, and most people they're basically used to random people just showing up, apparently, because you're interesting because you're new, but you're not so interesting that anybody stops what they're doing to go ask what you're doing.
I'm gonna pull the perfume of bewitching out and give myself a little spritz.
Okay. It's only good for the one use, but,
What? You didn't tell me that.
well, I thought I did, but okay, it's only good once, but it was
Never
free, so
mind.
don't complain.
Yeah, never mind. I won't use it yet.
Okay.
So can we ping for me where we are at? Because I have no idea.
You took a job to go and find out what happened to the crew that was supposed to bring lumber from the Outlands. You're in the Outlands, which is a natural, vibrant plane of existence with lots of wildlife.
In other words, we're gonna have a difficult time getting Tarak out of
And so currently, where are we in this?
Well, you are in a small mining lumber town.
Okay.
It does have people in it. They, so you can go talk to them, or you can just wander around and see things. Trevor picked up a book that's called the Big Book of Outland Beast. So,
It's in my bag.
because my NPC got a little carried away, you now can just look up everything that naturally lives here.
First person I see, I'm gonna ask him, "Where's the Stegosauruses?"
And kind of like, I don't know. I guess they're wherever it is they live. Have you checked the planes? Like 120,000 miles from here? And he goes back to doing whatever he was doing because you disturbed him from his work. With that roll, you're lucky he didn't punch you in the face.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
so
expected worse.
I guess you need this perfume worse than I do.
So, who do we talk to about lumberjacks?
I was thinking like maybe we find like somebody who's in charge. Well, I mean, we found the work. Was there like the name of somebody we had to go talk to? I should have asked this before, but
Yeah, that probably would have been good. I don't know how any of this is going to go with you guys. So yes, you do know where the foreman, the mayor, whatever you want to call him, he's the guy in charge of the work crew. So he's sort of de facto in charge of everything around here.
okay.
You do have his name and office location.
All right. Well, let's go here.
Okay, his name is Red Tucker. Because
Okay.
apparently I'm hooked on red colors today. So you can go into his office, and he's writing stuff when you open the door. Yeah, what do you want this? Okay, I don't know you. What do you want?
You have some missing lumberjacks needed help with?
You start flipping through. Oh, we did miss the last 3 shipments, didn't we? It took them long enough. Yes, something is out there, and my guys won't go out there until it's gone.
Anything more to go than that? Location?
Yeah, about. He's trying to go through some notes. Let's see, because there's different crews in different locations. He's like, okay, it's about 12 miles southeast. They said Big Teeth at 8 Larry.
12 miles southeast.
Wait, what?
I don't know. They just said at 8 Larry.
Huh.
I
Alright.
was kind of thought maybe Larry was just slacking off, and this was an excuse, but they won't go back out there.
Alright.
How big was Larry?
I don't know. Smaller than you?
Human?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really ask them that many personal questions.
Then we'll go with humanoid. So,
Yeah.
that works.
He definitely only had 2 legs.
Good to know. Alright.
Like, look, I'm sorry, but when people are running, they don't exactly stop to take detailed notes about what just ate their friend.
No, just
And
Nope.
again, maybe they were just trying to slack off and get out of work for a while.
well, we'll find out.
Okay. So, you guys want
You
to...
guys have anything else?
Like, okay. There might have been something to the north, too, but, well, they might just be taking their time coming back this week.
How far north?
18 miles.
18 miles north? Okay. Alright.
Okay. North or south?
What do you guys think?
Flip a
South.
coin.
Let's go southeast.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, then. So, you head out. It's going to take a little while, so, you'll need to stop for a lunch or something along the way, I figure. But, let's see. I don't even remember exactly what I put in here, so let me just...
I'm guessing we're on foot right now because there's no like stables over here. Just guessing.
I mean, it is the Outland, so there are. If you want to rent some horses, for 5 of you, would call that 150 gold.
Did you guys want to walk or do you want a horse?
How much that's refundable?
How many are you guys wanting to get? Like, how many do we need?
Probably one for each of you.
Not me. And try that.
Well, you can turn into a horse, but that just burns up one of your abilities to change shape for the day. So,
Yeah, but don't they have? I guess I don't know what kind of druid she is specifically, but isn't just like their walking speed much higher than ours?
is it?
I know a monk is. I don't think
Yeah.
a druid is.
Okay.
So,
That's why Frick never gets a horse. He just jogs beside us.
Yeah. Yeah. So you said 150 gold to rent 5 horses.
50 gold a piece.
I'll take care of it. Guys, let's get the horses.
Okay, I am just.
I was just asking because time's not really a factor anyway. We have to wait till the thing opens again to get home anyway, so.
Yeah, it's going to. It'll be about 2 days before the portal reopens.
Whatever. We can walk. I don't care.
Okay. That's the kind of attitude I like from my players. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Sorry, I'm trying to, while I'm bantering, trying to, set up the map.
Less talky, more worky.
I'm guessing we're taking horses since she did the math.
Yeah.
Can I make a perception roll to ascertain what it's like around us? So it's just pure forest.
Well, it's wild nature, so if you look far enough, you can see that yes, the forest does end, and then there's a big sort of plains area.
I see.
I mean, there's going to be every kind of habitat here, eventually.
Right.
And it's so weird to see one of you walk off camera and appear in the other one's camera. So yeah, it's not like just one type of biome. It's nature. It's going to change up.
Cool.
Alrighty. Can I use perception to, as we're going along, to see if I can pick up any sense of any creatures that are nearby?
Sure.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I'm gonna do.
You,
I gotta find.
he has actual enhanced smelling, so you do smell lots of wild game. You can pretty much tell where the deer and such things are. This being more of a wooded area, you're getting more things that you probably found, back home. Trevor, I'm not going to ask which book you're reading.
The monster book.
Okay. just like I said, there's a lot of books out. Anyway, but as with your various roles, and especially with Trilak having good sense of smell and hearing, you do hear the sounds of something big tromping around. So everybody, give me some initiative rolls.
Initiative? Oh,
yes.
shit. Whoa, 15.
Okay, let me see what these guys get. Okay.
Tarek's quicker than me.
All right. We'll give Carrie just a minute to get back. So I will go ahead and bring you guys over to the map.
3 15s.
Okay. Wow. Everybody got a 15. Okay.
You get a 15. You get.
I'm gonna put Rihanna first because I figure she has the slightly better dexterity than you guys.
Tarek's got a +4.
My dex is only +2.
Oh, okay.
No. I see it. No.
I saw it too.
Go ahead and put yourselves on the opposite side of the map. You guys are at the top.
Okay.
We're gonna need more map for this because I am out of there.
This is our secret weapon.
And then it is these guys. And yes, you do see 2 giant lizards.
2.
Yes, there are 2 of them.
Can I?
They are actually, they should be a little bigger than this.
Oh God!
Don't say bear.
They're huge.
This Tyrannosaurus.
They don't go around the trees. They go through some of the trees. But some of these trees are really big. You know.
I'm sorry, I'm nerding out right now.
I want to try and identify one of them or a couple. What do I need to roll? Nature.
Sure. Give me a nature, and then we're going to get into the fight. They're big lizards with big teeth.
Did I find them in my book?
Do you really want to use your action to flip through the book? Because
No, I meant before while I was reading. I'm joking.
Well, yeah. Tarek, it's your turn. Tarek, can you hear me? We will go on without
I'm just
you.
trying to figure out what. Yeah, this is.
Rules still apply. Just because we're down 2 people, I'm still going to keep. If you don't act, if I hear an I put you on the shot clock.
Raise your staff, scream with a mighty battle cry, and
5,
rush out.
4.
Okay, I've got. Let's see here. I'm gonna do animal friendship. I'm just trying to find the range on it.
Okay.
Range is 30 feet.
Yep, 30 feet. Okay.
We can do that. We can both do that.
They're about 80 feet away right now, give or take.
Okay, I'm just gonna move forward, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
As soon as I figure out how far 30 feet is.
Okay. So no action at all.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Rihanna, it is your turn. Okay. I'm going to say you're actually hiding in the tree, but you're hidden pretty well in the tree. Trevor.
Are we hiding? Ow! Are we hiding or are we fighting? What are we doing?
Well, you got 2 giant lizards that are probably, they do match the description of what ate Larry. Big teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So you can always wait and see if they just pass you by.
Sorry. I will.
I'm going to put you on the shot clock.
I'll join Rihanna in a stealth.
Okay, you have to roll stealth at disadvantage because of your armor.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's not fine.
Go ahead, and I'm also going to say I want an athletics. Do you want to climb the tree or just hide behind the tree?
I was just kind of like tucking to the trunk of the tree.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, Trilak, it's your turn now.
Okay.
These guys apparently didn't notice you at all. They're at the bottom of the initiative.
Where is it? Where is it? Fog cloud around us, like on me.
Okay, so I think we actually have that in the if you can pull up like something to show the range, but there's a big fog cloud around you all.
A 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on the point within range. I'm putting it right on me.
Okay.
It spreads around corners and areas heavily obscured, lasts a duration or until
There we go.
wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles per hour, disperses it.
Okay. So you're hidden in the fog cloud. And oh look, it's the first one of the T-Rex's turn, and They get to move quite a bit.
Did you forget me? I have 3.
No, you're after him.
Oh, okay.
Because that sudden fog cloud and the sounds of people scampering was sure interesting. But he can also only move about this much. What's his range? Ooh. He does have a... Let me just check his range. Oh, the tasty little snack is just outside of his range. Kiara, it's now your turn.
I'm gonna fly up into one of the trees, to one of the tallest trees that there is, and kind of oversee what's happening.
Okay, are you using a spell or an ability to fly, or are you just climbing the tree?
He was sitting there. I was rubbing his
Babe,
ear.
I'm gonna falcon something.
Okay, if you want to use, like I said, magic or change form, otherwise it needs to be an athletics to climb the tree.
No, it's not the opposite. I forgot what it's called.
You're breaking up, and I can't quite hear what you're trying to say.
I'm gonna turn into with wild shape.
Okay, so you're going to turn into a bird and fly up there. Okay, so
Yes.
just move yourself to whichever one you are, and
Move to the tallest tree. Can you have a specific?
we're going to say that the tallest one next to you, we're going to call it, oh, that's the fog cloud. I'm trying
This
to,
one?
yeah. Let's move the fog cloud over while I move you.
I mean, move. Okay, thank
So,
you.
yeah, you'll be up there. Because the trees are pretty standard in height. I mean, you know, we're just going to say that's the closest one to you. But it would also be just as, it gives you just as good a view as any of the others. Now
Okay, thank you.
Now the other T-Rex is going to move, and because they get to move so damn far, I actually do have to double check. Okay. He's heading towards a suspicious fog cloud also. And that's really all that they can do at the moment. So we are back up to Tarak.
I'm going to cast Animal Friendship on the one closest to me.
Okay, how does that work?
If its intelligence is lower, you do a Wisdom saving throw.
Intelligence is lower than what?
If its intelligence is 4 or lower.
Okay, his intelligence is only 2.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. So does this only work on 1 or does it work on 2?
Just
okay.
1.
Okay. Okay. Well, the closest one to you is now convinced that you mean no harm.
Sweet. I got a pet T-Rex.
So as long as no one harms that one, you'll be safe.
Okay. And I'm going to move away.
Okay. Rihanna, it is now your turn.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. I was looking up a spell. I guess this one here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll do much good, but
That's a,
well,
a wisdom save, I
yeah.
think.
yes.
All right. He got a 19 on his roll.
All right, then never mind. It did me no good. Bonus action. Gonna stealth again to remain hidden.
Okay. All right. Since you did, even if he doesn't, yeah, he wasn't going to find you, but I at least had to give him the shot to try. Okay. So he heard an odd sound, even though it didn't hurt him. He's still looking for it. Trevor had to step away for a second. So.
No, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Then it's your turn.
Okay. So it looks like we're attacking them, so I'm going to go ahead and pop out my wings.
Okay.
Then I'm going to fly up around the head of... Whoops, that's not me.
Hold on a second. It'll be easier if we move that aside
There.
until you move.
Okay.
And now it's
I
back
got
around
it.
Trevor.
Okay.
Or Twilight.
I'm going to flutter around this dude here.
Okay.
I'm gonna hopefully smack him.
Okay.
Couple
Try to
times.
smack him.
And I can't light up my thing this turn because I popped open my wings.
That is true.
So, and I will use my glaive, so I can stay at least 10 feet away from him.
Okay.
So, 1
Okay.
and 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hit him with both, and that also undoes animal friendship.
Wait, that was the one that was...
Yeah.
No, my friend.
But
Oh,
go
shit.
ahead and calculate all the
well.
damage.
Sorry. I wasn't here. I didn't know what it was. It's not marked or anything.
You know what? I'll be nice because you were away. We'll say you flew over to the one closest to you. Because you were away. I'll give you that one this one time. So animal friendship is still in effect. Roll damage. All right.
So 11 and 9. No, wait. 11. No,
11 on the
11 for
first
one.
one. Yeah.
then 7 plus 9 for the other one
Okay.
because it's not shiny yet.
So a total of 29.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that will be it.
Oh yeah. And you know what? Since you get a critical, whoops. I just want to pull up lingering damage real quick because this is I think that's what it's called when you do the. I can't find it quick enough. We're gonna say that you leave a long scar that just almost hit his eye. So
Cool.
he lets out a mighty roar, and he is ticked off at you, Trilak. You didn't see anything. You just heard that thing suddenly roar because you're in the fog cloud.
Will I be able to move the fog cloud?
I don't think so. I think it stays.
Okay. So whilst they are distracted by that, I'm going to run the fuck away.
Okay.
Oh, that is not the one I
Yeah,
wanna
we'll
put.
move that aside until you move, and then we'll put it back.
I'm going to go there.
That's a good plan.
Maybe look where velociraptors, guys, were surrounding them.
It is the first time you've
Tactics.
actually used any kind of tactics, even if you don't realize it.
Yeah, no.
This
All
is
I
more
was
of
doing was trying to climb up a tree and
scatter.
hide.
This is more save your own hide than it is pack tactics. Do you want to use an action?
It's scatter
Uh,
tactics.
Yes. Are they a large creature or big?
They are
bigger, I
huge.
think.
They are huge.
Okay. So I'm going to do 3 arcing bolts on
Okay.
cantrip, and I'm going to aim the one that Trevor is right next to. So
Okay.
the first attack.
Let me double check the range, even though that's like yeah, you've got plenty of range. Okay, that hit.
Okay. So I'm going to do damage with that one.
Okay.
7 lightning damage.
I'll add up all the damage at the end.
Alrighty.
Okay, that hit.
Okay.
And that also hit. So give me.
Doop.
All right, that's
And the dope.
okay. That's 16 in all. And
Oh, good God.
okay. Okay, yeah, he noticed that, but he's also noticing the big mosquito thing that just bit him. It's the other one's turn who doesn't have a stake in this fight yet. Kiara, it is your turn. You are safe as a bird because they don't notice anything that small without right away.
I think I'm gonna go and fly to another tree right
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Wait, I can't. Right over here.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
As a flight is 60 feet as a hawk.
Okay. Do you want to use any actions?
I didn't think I could.
Well, you can attack as a hawk,
Yeah,
but
I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm
Okay.
just. I can also animal friendship though. The
okay.
one.
That one's already had animal friendship. You would have to go for the one that Trevor just hit.
Yeah, I don't really want to.
Okay. In that case,
I'm gonna wait. So.
all right. In that case, it's going to make its bite attack against Trevor, which was a 17. So that didn't quite make it. And it can't.
That's a miss.
Yeah. And it doesn't see anything else, so that's all it can do. So, Tarek, it is your turn. You know, I'm going to say the other one, he's just getting out of the range of the fight because he's actually just walking away.
I'm going to move, and then I'm going to find my spell. And I'm going to hit it with... Come here. Produce flame.
Okay, that hit. So that was 14 fire damage.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Rihanna, it's your turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit the one that's attacking Trevor.
Okay.
It's Witch Bolt. And give me just a second here.
Okay, that hit.
Now, do I get sneak attack damage?
I'm going to say...
That's right. It's only a finesse or ranged weapon.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, that clears it up for me, so...
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
But that's still
and then
hit.
I'm going to hide again.
Okay, roll to hide. Okay.
Cool.
All right, and Trevor, it is your turn.
Okay. Bonus action to light up Vindication.
Okay, you're now a glowing flying target.
Come at me, bro. Should have done that.
All right,
Okay. 2 hits.
that hit, and that hit.
Yeah.
It's almost like these guys are the size of a barn.
Not that great damage, though.
16
So
in
18.
all. Oh yeah, no 16. Oh, that's right. Sorry, I'm wrong. Yeah, 18 and 16. Okay.
Yeah. And then since I saw him take a chomp at me, I'm going to fly up 10 more feet.
Okay. That means he does get an attack of opportunity,
That's fine.
but he got a 19.
That'll help.
Okay, that did hit. And, you know, we're just going to go with the average, so I don't have to try to dig up dice. That'll be 33 piercing damage.
Okay.
And you were grappled. So
43 minus 33. That's 10, right?
what?
Yeah, hold on. I'm doing math. But I'm grappled.
Yeah. This guy is huge, and he just took a chomp on you, and you're grappled.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I think that requires your action to try to get out of. So we're going to go on to Trilak. The big thing just bit your shiny, glowing flying friend, and is holding him there.
Why would you get so close to the face? Why in the face?
Well, in his
No.
defense, it was actively chasing him at this stage.
Trevor, you are idiot. And I'm going to fire 3 more arcing bolts at it.
Okay,
Oh, dear God.
that'll hit. That'll hit. And that'll hit.
So 1, 2, 3. Dead players. So close to T-Rex.
18 damage in all. And this guy, he's pretty hurt. His friend still, isn't really... Probably should have gotten involved, but they're not smart enough. Kiara, it's your turn. He's even further away now. He's sniffing out something more interesting.
I'm going to fly over to this one and
Okay.
try and attack him.
Okay, attack him as a bird.
Okay, oops.
Remember, you are using bird stats for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, tell me. Okay, sorry, I didn't understand. I have it pulled up. I just
Yeah,
didn't
just
understand.
roll a d20 and add the modifier, because I don't think we have stats programmed in.
I think it said it was a for strength.
Yeah,
What did I have again?
you're a hawk, so I don't know what that is. Probably a 1.
It said -3, so it's 4.
Okay, I don't think it actually takes away on an attack, but we're going to say that did not get through his hide.
Okay.
All right, so it is this T-Rex's turn, and well, he can't really bite because he's already got something trapped, but he can use his tail against that annoying bird. Kiara, what is your AC as a bird? Remember, your armor gives you a +1 even in wild shape form.
13.
Okay, this thing just
14.
hit.
13 is the hawk.
Okay, so you are 14. You just got hit with a 21. You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That probably takes you out of bird form. Because if it knocks out all of the bird's AC, the remainder carries over to your physical form as you turn back.
I don't see a health on.
I'm pretty sure a bird has
It's 1 hit point.
Okay, so you're now Kiara again, and with 19 bludgeoning damage on top of your health. Tarak, it is your turn.
And she falls.
Well, she was falling into a tree, so I'm going to say...
Unless...
Okay, 13, that just barely hit.
Yeah, through his flame again.
Yeah. Okay. That managed to hit. And if that's the end of your turn, Rihanna, it's your turn now.
Yep.
Okay.
This thing looks bad, but it's not letting go of Trevor.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my short bow this time.
Okay. It'll definitely gain sneak attack damage. That hit.
So
Okay.
it's 8 from the arrow, 13 sneak.
The sneak attack was enough. The arrow goes through his eye and it just falls down. Lets out a roar to actually, that forces it to let go of Trevor. He is dead.
I fall with it, or can I catch
No,
myself?
no. When his death scream let you go, you don't fall with it.
I shout from the tree, "You're welcome!"
That's T-Rex number 2 dead. The other one is, kind of sniffing around at more interesting things than the fight to the death.
I want to approach T-Rex and try to climb on it. I want to ride the T-Rex.
Okay, give me animal handling at advantage because it is currently your friend. All right, one more because you get an advantage. Okay. Yeah, it will let you ride it. So you can climb up and you can sit on its head. It doesn't really give you don't have the ability to really communicate with it, so you can't really control it.
Unless you have speak with animals.
Yeah, if you have to speak with animals. Until then, you're just where it goes, you're riding.
Riding a T-Rex, I mean, come on.
I think it's got a free meal right over here, so it's probably just going to start snacking on its friend. No point in letting that go to waste.
Yeah.
I don't think. Again, they have an intelligence of 2. I don't really think that means tight bonds unless they are. Even if they were mates or whatever, they're still.
I was gonna say when died. I mean, before his friend eats too much of him, I think we should try and get some stuff off of him. It might be worth some money, teeth and claws and shit.
I was gonna say I want a tooth.
Okay.
You go tell the big lizard to stop eating, friend.
Well,
You
we'll
just
say
have
he's
a
just sniffing right now. He hasn't started chomping, so you have time to collect.
Yeah.
Trevor gets his usual tooth trophy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who has survival can try to claim some parts off of it. Okay.
I wonder if Torvo has a T-Rex too.
Rihanna, you you're able, despite all logic for a city girl, you're able to take several useful parts. You can get the teeth were easy enough to collect, but you get them whole. You're not breaking them off. And you're able to take a good bit of hide along with you. So let me just mark that down.
How many teeth?
Yeah, that's a good question. You get 6 teeth, and we're going to
and
call
I'll
it...
flip one of them to Trevor and say, "Here." There's
Cool, I
your
got 2
collection. Oh.
there's plenty of teeth. He was able to just yank one out. His is just a trophy one. And then let me give you... you're going to get 6 pounds of hide.
Might make you some nice gear there.
I know, I was just going to say, this will make a stylish-looking jacket.
Yeah. You think you could make some... it could probably be sold to somebody to make some leather armor. Or, a really cool jacket.
Yeah.
Armor for one of you two, maybe.
Or, ooh, T-Rex coverings for my horns.
Do you so you want like a wind catcher on your head?
No, I'm just joking.
I was going to send you to the plane of air next, and you were just constantly going to fall over every heavy gust of wind. Okay, so we'll say that one's not eating his friend because, but Tarax just being riding around on top of it, having a good old time. You're collecting some pretty useful parts. Actually, since you did roll that well, I'm trying to think.
What about, are any of the organs worth anything?
Liver.
Yeah.
Liver could be sold to a restaurant.
Just imagine how big the liver of this thing's gonna be. Let's be realistic.
All right, I'm going to say that you guys got to take that chest of preserving, so you can get. I'll let you take. You can have the liver if that's what you want to sell to a restaurant. We're going to say that'll fit in there, but that's going to basically fill up the chest.
Mm-hmm.
So let me add that to it.
Just imagine how big that is.
Oh, I'm not saying it's small,
bigger
but
than my coffee table.
you're probably going to have to trim it to fit it into the chest. But you have something that you can sell to a restaurant, and I'm trying to think, because you can also take all of its claws with that roll. Because again, that's not even a hard thing to get. That's just cutting the claws off. So
how many claws would that be?
let's say
A
one
lot.
for each for his front arms, 3 for the feet, 8 in all.
Okay, cool.
And because Trilak was doing some research about portal keys, you do know that those can sell for portal keys. Or it can be sold as a weapon to someone who wants a T-Rex dagger.
That would be cool.
They're pretty versatile.
Ooh.
They're pretty versatile.
Maybe I should have one fashioned into a cool dagger for myself.
Yeah. Make a nice cool dagger. Maybe get it enchanted or something.
Yeah.
The teeth could also be used for that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Meg.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the hide and I'm gonna make a jacket out of it and I'm gonna mount the claws and the teeth on it as spikes.
Okay, write that down. Okay, go ahead and describe that, and we'll say someone will only charge you like 100 gold to have that made. It's fairly custom, but it's
are
pretty.
we sure we don't want to maybe get somebody some nice armor?
Yeah, no, I was joking again. Gosh.
Actually, you guys already have better than leather armor, so
Yeah, it's true.
you can have a badass 2-studded jacket, or you can sell it to somebody for enough supplies to make armor for some random guy.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can get for it once we get back.
Yeah. Okay.
How big is the skull?
It is bigger than you.
Have you been to a museum?
Yeah, like
Yes.
okay,
actually.
the T-Rex's arms are as long as your arms. I know this because I've been to Chicago and I got to see Sue. So yeah, those little stubby arms are it. They're as long as your arm. This thing could swallow you whole. So therefore, you can try to haul. You're strong enough to drag its skull around. but that means you're going to be dragging around an extra, let's call it 50 pounds of bone.
That's easy.
So, question.
Yeah.
No, for the group, sorry.
Okay.
If these were the things attacking the lumberjacks, what's to say that this one that is Tarek's new pet isn't going to keep doing the same thing?
Fred will not eat other people. Or we could kill him. I just wanted to ride him at least once.
I mean, I'm completely
Down with
jealous
the
of the fact that
T-Rex.
you're riding it, but
If you decide to
nothing
attack, we're just going to go back to the top of the order rather than have everybody re-roll. And Tarek was his friend, so if he attacks, are you taking the skull, Trilak?
I'm taking the... You goddamn right I'm taking the skull.
Okay, I'm going to say that yes, you're able to easily. You're over here. You like taking the. Do you want just a skull, or do you want like the whole head?
I want that whole head.
Okay,
jaw and all.
you're going to need to find a taxidermist for that. But
okay, where are we gonna put it? And
exactly,
how are we
you
gonna get it
can't
back
really,
home?
you
We're
can't
gonna be
store
lugging it
that
around.
for 2 days without it getting a little raunchy.
I'm not trying to be a killjoy, but be realistic.
I've got a portable hole.
I never said I was taking all the organs with it. I'm going to cut out the tongue. Hold it. Tongue, very delicious and a delicacy in some cultures. This will feed a lot of people. And I hand that to whoever has the bag of coding. Just put that in there if it can fit. Right. The eyes would make very good souvenirs, though they will decay after a few days. But I do not need the skin or the hide. And Trolloc is basically going to use, do I have the flame thing? Do I have... I'm just basically going to spend time carving all the muscle, the hide off of it.
All
just to
right,
get
with
the
a
skull.
20, you can clean it up. A combination of your weapons and magic. You can have a nice polished T-Rex skull that you now have to drag around with you. By the way,
How much does it weigh?
I'm going to say it weighs about 50 pounds. I know that's possible for you with your strength. I just want you to know that wherever you go, this thing is going to be a hindrance to you. I mean, it's
That's
going to look
fine by me.
badass, but it's like you're going to have trouble fitting this through doorways. So you're going to have to stay outside and guard it. Now, it's going to take a
You
team
can
of
just
normal
sleep in
people.
the Trilak.
Yeah, you could.
I know.
It'll take a team
I
of
look
normal people to steal it from you, but
I look at Tarak. You ride one, I have mine. And mine lasts longer. And I start just triumphantly walking and I just vanish into the fog cloud.
I want somebody to animate it just so it'll fly around with him on top of it.
It's my new spiritual weapon.
Okay, yes, that is your new spiritual weapon.
A T-Rex skull?
Sure, why not?
Okay,
His spiritual weapon can look like whatever he wants it to.
I know.
So
So we taking down this other T-Rex or what?
it is a predator, so it's up to you. It has no does animal friendship have? It's like 24 hours, so it's your friend
Yeah, it
until
lasts
you
for
attack
24
it.
hours.
Yeah, so it's not going to bother you until you bother it.
What? Can I make a suggestion? We use this creature to perhaps hunt down and carry more smaller creatures that would be worth taking through. Or,
But our little chest of clothing is full.
Oh,
I had to get in it and stomp
Druids,
down
for the purpose of wild shape, this thing was a CR8. I don't know exactly what your wild shape ability limitations are, but just keep that in mind. I know how much one of you wants to be one. You're welcome.
I love Nick's big smile that he's just sitting. On
He's
top of
wanted
the
to be a
T-Rex.
dinosaur since day one. We all know it. That's half the reason why you become a druid. It's to turn into a motherfucking T-Rex. I'm going to find that clip and play it later. Jurassic World up in here.
Yep.
Did I turn the skull?
Down with the T-Rex? Not down with the T-Rex.
But there's so much more that we could take from it.
If you-
Heart, lungs.
What we could do is we could go sightseeing with our new tour guide / mount.
Yeah, you can all ride on it. It's big enough to carry you all, but you can't control it yet unless somebody talks to it.
I will.
I was gonna say, yeah, I've got my staff. I'll use speak with animals.
Okay, it can now you can now understand it.
Are you hungry, Fred?
Yeah, let's find something to eat.
How about your friend?
Like, okay. And he takes a big bite.
It's
Were these like a pair? Are there little baby T-Rexes somewhere?
I mean, if the druids want to try to figure it out. Or, okay, you're just going
I'm
to
going to
ask?
ask if there's more T-Rexes around here.
No, this was our
More.
territory.
Okay. How far does it go?
Wherever we go.
Gotcha. So is there anything bigger than you out here?
No, I'm the biggest thing.
Cool.
I eat
Did
everything
you
else.
eat Larry?
Who's Larry?
I don't know.
Is Larry smaller than me?
Yes,
I
Larry
probably ate him.
is, and I point at Trevor, it's like that size.
Oh, I probably ate him.
Oh, okay.
Did
Can
you
you
know
stop
Larry?
eating people? I didn't know Larry.
Oh, then why do you care?
Oh, somebody's giving us money to
What's
stop
money?
being eaten.
What's money?
Money?
Can I eat money?
They're giving us food, lots of food.
Ah. Well, I can find my own food. I don't need people to give me food.
Yeah, well, these people are lazy. They like it handed to them.
I like lazy food. It's easy to catch.
I bet it is. So I'm gonna ask Crew. It's like, where do we want to go? We've got a dinosaur.
You guys took almost no damage in that, except for Kiara. So if you want to go and hunt down the next thing.
Oh yeah, we can
Yes,
go
with
north.
my T-Rex. Let's go hunting.
Yeah.
There was a thing north.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
'Cause you-
Always friendship every 24 hours. Just have this ongoing friend.
yeah, I mean it can't resist you. So. All right. Let me leave him, but I'm going to basically just sort of.
We have a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Just what I
Hey,
thought.
Nick, does T-Rex have a name?
Fred.
I named it Fred. I'm gonna ask him if he has.
I don't know if they name themselves or not.
No, they don't really have that ability to identify themselves between me and you.
Can I call you Fred?
Okay.
Okay. His name's Fred.
What's their intelligence? Like 2?
2.
I love it so much. We have a fucking T-Rex.
Alright, I'm just gonna pull. So, alright, you guys want to head in the other direction. So, on this thing, that is a lot quicker. I'm just gonna pull up a random map and I'll bring you guys over to it. I figure, the next spot should be something other than a big forest area. Because you already fought in a big forest area once. And that... Seriously, I thought that was going to be like an epic fight. Like, you eliminated half the battle with one spell, and then you kick the other thing's ass because... Okay, so you're...
Because we're
And now
awesome.
we have a pet T-Rex.
Yeah, and you ride that past the camp. That just freaks
You
them.
just wave.
That's got their attention. That's the thing that ate Larry!
No, that one's dead. This one's cool.
You
It's
know
like
what? I should
it's
probably
like
more.
okay. They are very confused by all this. And okay.
Is
Do what?
magic is allowed, right?
Yeah, you're out in the middle of nowhere. I'm trying to put you guys on top of the T-Rex. Everybody put yourself on the T-Rex because my mouse is acting up.
I'm gonna ask everybody. Are you guys okay with Fred being another creature to bring less suspicion?
I was just gonna say, can we shrink him and make him a mini T-Rex? Keep him as a pet.
And polymorph him?
Is it permanent?
No.
And even with his speed, it's going to take you a couple hours to get to this next location.
Hey, Trevor.
What?
How do you think they'd react if we showed up and wheeled them with a T-Rex?
What, back home?
Yeah.
Well, something this size, it could go two ways. Randolph might try to enslave it for war use, or he might kill it.
Uh-oh.
Probably would kill it.
I just kind of want to rampage through the city with it.
I mean, that's kind of my home, so let's not do that.
I'm going to say, if you guys want to make the attempt to keep this thing as a pet, I'm going to say every couple of hours you need to do some animal handling.
Okay.
I mean, again, it's not very bright, so that probably won't be the biggest challenge ever. And it can easily, drag the skull. You probably need like a tarp or something on the ground to help keep the skull, pristine.
I thought I was placing it on top of the T-Rex.
Well, it's sort of hard to put, its sized head on top of the thing.
Yeah.
It's more like you strap it to, you're just holding onto a rope, dragging it along.
I was gonna say, if we got enough rope, we could just strap to the T-Rex.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not a problem for you to keep it, but it's not like you can.
We'll mount it on his. We'll mount the extra skull on top of this one's head.
That would be a bit more challenging. And Tarek, yes, that is absolutely how I pictured this going. That your photo in chat, Fry on top of the dinosaur. That's how I saw this. Okay, so you've been walking around, riding.
I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on us. It's something I could do with my staff at will as many times as I want.
Okay, let's see what the stealth of a motherfucking T-Rex is. What does he get to add? He rolled a natural 20. So
nobody knows we're here.
Despite the fact that it is giant, it is somehow graceful. Because it got a 30, because it has, passes out traces plus 10?
Yeah, plus 10.
Okay.
Now, do we know, is this a boy
guys,
T-Rex?
does this mean that his full name would be Fred Astaire?
Give yourself a plot point for that.
I'm sorry, how many?
1 plot point for that. That was funny.
Thanks.
Because now I'm picturing him in a tuxedo with a cane, top hat that he can't quite reach.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun,
Well, you said he was graceful, and Tarek had named him Fred, so that just was like a natural.
So somehow he is, now that he's not crashing through trees, he's on the prowl. He is, he's walking slowly. He's at 25 feet, because he's got to walk slow. But he doesn't even crack a log or a twig as he's walking around. And you know what?
He went rogue.
Yes. He's a ninja dinosaur now somehow.
He's got a level in rogue, guys.
Shit, that means he can sneak up on us and kill us in our sleep.
He could already do that. But
can I say,
yes.
For those of you who are as much of a dinosaur fanatic as I am, this is why I love this so much. They have found out what the sound of a T-Rex makes. It doesn't roar. It lets out this very low guttural growl, which is absolutely terrifying.
Okay, because I
that's
can't
all I
mimic
can
any of
imagine.
those sounds after doing a kin for that long. I'm not going to try to do animal sounds, but we're going to say it's been about we're going to say 3 hours now that he's stealthing, because once you're kind of past the village, he's like, "Okay, Fred, we need you to be quiet." I was like, "Okay." This defies all freaking logic. It shouldn't be possible, but
Magic.
that is true.
Did
Somehow
somebody cast levitate on this thing? Because he's not making any noise.
Shh, this is the greatest day of my life.
We're hunting rabbits.
This is one of the weirdest
That's
freaking
what I
days.
said.
Yeah, he's
While we're
walked.
riding Fred, I'm going to flip through that book and read up on T-Rex.
Okay, I'm just
I
gonna.
reject your reality and substitute my own. We can stealth on a motherfucking T-Rex.
Yeah. I'm just gonna drop the link for D&D Beyond. That's everything you know about T-Rexes. Well, at least that's what the book knows. This is one of my favorite parts of the description. It chases anything it thinks it can eat, and there are a few creatures that it won't try to devour whole. So I get the feeling while he's stealthing around, he's snatching up the occasional treat that somehow didn't know he was there.
I have trained him well.
It's like the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World.
Yes.
Camouflage.
Dude, what if we had one of those?
It does. Its coloring does match its surroundings, because that only makes sense in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And now I remember what I forgot to do. I was going to look up the next creature because I kind of tweaked him in my homebrew.
I want to be on the lookout for trees big enough to fit a T-Rex through, because I have a feeling I might have to transport him via plants away from us when the time comes.
I don't believe that there are any trees big enough, but I'll tell you what. Roll a perception check, and I'll roll something else to see if there is a tree that is large enough for a huge T-Rex.
Oh god, take it back home. Oh god. I want to, but at the same time I don't.
Well, I mean, I have a potion of diminution, so we could shrink him.
Okay, that would make him one size smaller.
Oh,
Polymorph him into a tiny little rat.
That is
Bird.
there
true.
you go. Polymorph him into something small, take him through the portal, let him loose in the city.
All right, but here's the flip side of that, though. Because you're new to this plane, you've only seen the trees that are a couple of miles away from town. So wherever you release him is still going to be pretty close to what he considered his hunting ground. Actually, his hunting ground is wherever he goes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do we care? We're not from here.
Okay. I just want to say that you're gonna, if you want to get him further away from town, you have to actually take him away.
I mean, that is kind of
Now,
the job we agreed to do.
You can because you're friends and you can talk to him. How long does speech talk with animals last? By the way,
I think it's 10 minutes.
Okay, so
as needed, if I need to, I'll just
I'm going to
cast it
say that
again.
you worked out some basic ways to kind of get him to go where you want him to go. Like some taps or whatever, and he'll kind of turn and help you out. So you can probably just ask him, hey, how about you walk as far that way as possible and don't come back here for a while, and you'll at least buy them some time. But
We can't kill this guy. We can't.
No, we can't. We'll just take him away from town and
Yeah.
leave him out there, let him wander.
okay.
It's like setting a grizzly bear free. Just a
We're gonna
really,
take him to the
really
farm.
big grizzly bear.
Yeah, the grizzly bear that is about 3 stories tall and eats people
But where
whole.
we come from, when we say we're taking them to the farm, that doesn't mean they're going up the house.
Some days it'll just get odd. I think this is one of those days.
This
Well,
is a
I told
great
you,
day.
I'm really tired, so I'm just kind of like slacking.
Yeah. But it
I mean,
makes
the only thing that would be better is if we made friends with a velociraptor, because that's my favorite dinosaur. So,
well, like I said, you can be making some attempts to tame him, but we're going to say, that would need to be a few animal handling checks to, try to get
that
him
would
to.
not be me.
Yeah.
I'll just because I want to right now.
Okay.
Holy shit.
All right.
He
So
loves me.
that we're going to say that covers, the next 6 hours while you're riding around. The first one wasn't great. Actually, I'm going to give you those at advantage. Got to figure. Oh, and Rihanna making it does. You get some, but wow, you suddenly
That's why I taught him to stealth.
Tarek at the end,
Oh shit, I did pretty good. I have a +0.
which doesn't really make up for the fact that Tarek somehow just punched him in the eye. You were working on something and you're trying to feed him something. I don't know. Anyway, that worked against you. But
Sorry, Fred.
But you
said
passed
to roll an advantage, so I was rolling twice.
Okay, all right, good point. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're gonna go
17
with
first.
we're gonna go with the druids because you actually have animal handling. Sorry guys, you did okay, but I think this needs the animal handling trait.
That's
So
fair.
between Kiara and Tarek, he's pretty happy with you guys. You're letting him sneak up on some quick food. He doesn't even mind the fact that he's dragging around his cousin's head. And you've passed the next lumber yard, which was also empty of, people. And you find out why not long after. Because some of you might know what a froghemoth is. This one is even bigger.
Is this like a giant frog?
Oh,
A froghemoth is normally a giant frog.
Ew.
This one's even bigger than a normal one. Like a normal one has like those 4 tentacles and everything. This one has 6 tentacles and is larger than anything you've ever seen. This one has obviously lived for a long time. He's an elder froghemoth. And this is... We're going to have a kaiju battle, guys.
Yes.
Huh?
This is amazing.
This-
Shit, I
have the
can't
create food and
fly.
water. I have the create food and water. Just sit back and watch.
You have what?
Create food and water. Can I make popcorn? It's bland anyway.
If you want these 2 guys to have the fight, then yes, you can sit back and you have trail mix. I think that's what adventurers carry with them when they go out.
Well, we should still probably stick close to Fred so we can heal him.
I'm going to leave this up to you guys. This can be a kaiju fight where I will make you guys do the roll, and then I'll just tell you, I'll tell you what to add to it, and you guys can do the rolls. And that will make my life slightly easier. Or I can do the rolls, and you can just listen to me talk for the next 20 minutes.
I'm gonna be attacking because I want to do that because YOLO.
Okay, that's a fair
I want
point.
to fight alongside Fred,
Okay,
Yeah,
but I'm going to get off of Fred to fight.
that's a fair point.
Can they turn into velociraptors?
You haven't seen a velociraptor yet, so no. You have
Oh my
to
God.
see something to become
Turn
something.
yourself into a T-Rex.
I'm gonna become T-Rex. Boom.
All right, I'm gonna. Do you guys want to go ahead and roll for a new initiative? Because I am rolling for these guys. I can always go with the old one, but I figure you guys might want to change up things a little bit.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm sticking with my 15.
Trilek is true to his word. He is hopping off.
Okay, Trevor, I don't see your initiative yet. There it is.
18.
Okay.
That was better than last time.
Oh, yep. Trevor, Kiara.
So, quick question, DM.
Uh-huh.
If I have my spear on Fred's back, is that considered dangerous? Nada. Is that like rough terrain technically, or whatever? Can I reach the thing with my spear from Fred's back, or should I just get...
I'm going to say it's probably better to get off because
Okay.
they're wide enough that you might be able to reach, but I think it's going to be more trouble than it's worth.
Okay, cool. That's fine. We'll do that.
All right, Frog, then Rihanna, and then Fred. I'm gonna put his name in as Fred, and then Trilak is bringing up the rear. Okay, Trevor, you're first. As these two things see each other, the frog kind of does a weird gurgling hiss as Fred lets out his growl. Let me turn him so that he's facing the right direction. Like, to him, I don't think this thing should be quite that big. Hold on, let me shrink it down just a little bit. He sees this as something in his territory because, again, he's supposed to be the biggest thing here.
Right.
So, let the kaiju battle begin with the mere mortals running around. All right, Trevor.
Oh.
Is there any body of water near us?
No, not within, a couple 100 feet. There's probably a stream or something because these things are amphibious, but not close enough to help you in the fight.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm going to use my action to dash thingy, and I'll use my charger feet. I'm going to dash over so Fred doesn't trample me.
Yeah, good point.
And then I will attack for a bonus action, and if I hit, it's an extra 5 damage.
Okay. That did not
14.
hit.
Okay. That's my turn.
Yep. So you do hit him, but his hide is really, really thick, and he doesn't even flinch. Kiara, it is your turn.
Does anybody else have control water?
Yes, I think so. I believe so. Let me just double check. Ooh, do I not have it? Is that some... Ooh.
You probably have it, but it may not be. You may not have equipped it for the day because you weren't expecting you need it.
I don't have it, I think. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm just going to quickly run for the cards. I'll tell you if I find it.
Okay, well, Kiara, you need to go ahead and do something, or else we're going to have to skip you.
Okay, I'm just gonna run up and attack him with, let me find it, this.
Okay. I don't think you're going to be able to get physically close enough unless you do a dash, because you'll be about 15 feet short of being able to attack him.
Yeah, I guess I'll dash. I don't see why not.
All right, so that uses your action. Do you have a bonus action you want to use?
How can I tell if it's a bonus action?
It'll say, like, if it's a spell, it would say casting time bonus action. Like, your attack is an action, so...
I don't think I do.
Okay.
I'll have to check.
Okay. Tarak, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast Moonbeam.
Okay.
When it starts its turn, I'm going to cast it like just centered on it. It just covers a 5-foot circle square. And when it starts its turn, you make a con saving throw, and I'm going to cast that at 4th level, so it'll be 4d10 damage.
Okay. All right, so just remind me of that when it's... Oh, well, it is his turn, so unless you have something else, he needs to make a con save. And what does he need to beat?
17.
Okay, he only got a 14. So
nice.
Roll damage for... okay, so that's...
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, not everything can be great, but 14's not bad. All right, we're going to call them Frogzilla and Fred Kong. Because I can't think of any better names for these guys. Okay. That was mildly annoying, but he's got all these little snacks that are right next to him also. So... he's going to first off start by attacking Trevor. He misses with 1. A 21 to hit?
Yes.
Okay. You take 19 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Damn it with the grappling.
I know. And then, because Kiara, you said you ran up next to him?
Yes, as close as I could.
Okay, with your dash, you could get up next to him. So he's going to use his last attack on you. And, oh, that was an... Yeah, that's a 29, so you are also grappled. And I'm trying to double check something here because he's got you guys grappled. I think that's only when he uses his tongue. We're going to say with this last attack he used his tongue, which is basically the same thing, same type of attack. So Kiara, you need to make a strength save instead of taking damage. Okay. Kiara, it just swallowed you. So you're in its mouth now. Actually, you're going to be restrained inside of its stomach. So you don't take any damage yet. Rhianna's not with us at the moment, so we'll come back to her.
She wants to use her bow.
Okay.
Where's short bow?
Okay, yeah, that hit. So, and wow, that was pretty good since I'm giving her a sneak attack damage with it. So, 21. And, you know, that was a very fortuitous number because that was just enough damage that when it struck, it did in such a way that it spit Kiara back out.
Nice.
So Kiara, you just flew out. You're probably kind of disgusting, soaked, but you're in it. You just flew out, and now it's Fred's turn. Fred. Yeah, Fred just charges.
Go, Fred, go.
And he makes two a bite. Well, no, he can only do one attack because it's only one enemy. But he hits. So that was...
Yeah, he
Oh,
does.
dear God, 33. I forgot. It's so much worse when it's against... It's one thing when it's you guys, but now he's hitting one of mine. Okay. Rhianna, I'll tell you that your short bow attack just saved Kiara from getting swallowed. Good for you. Although,
Always happy to help.
Admittedly, Fred probably would have done the same thing because... anyway, Trilic, it is finally your turn.
Fred's badass.
Charlie was sitting there happily just numbing on some trail mix, and then saw Kiara get swallowed. To which point he goes, "It's not fun." And I'm going to dash up to 60 feet.
Okay, do you have anything?
Hello?
Yeah, I heard dash. You dash 60 feet.
Who looks the roughest out of everyone?
I am in double digits out of triple digits.
Yeah, Trevor's taking the most hits.
I'm about 91 out of 143.
I'm going to use a bonus action, second level healing word. So you take 2d4 plus 5. Just going to 2d4.
Okay, so 7 plus 5.
We'll use
12.
And Trevor, then it is your turn.
Yes.
Woohoo, 103.
Hey.
Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to make my glaive my longsword.
Wait a minute, you were grappled, so you can still use your bonus action, or you can use your action to try to break the grapple. You can attack while grappled. You just can't run away.
Right, but I can still use.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud.
I'm getting a smaller weapon to hack myself.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. So you make it glow, and then you want.
No,
to
I want the longsword, not the glaive.
Now I understand. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I would like to try to break this.
Okay, you need to make we're gonna call it athletics to try to break free.
I'm just checking something really fast.
Okay.
I don't think it matters. Yeah, no. Okay. So athletics, you said?
Yeah, or just strength if that's what you got. No, that did not work. You were still in its grasp. Alright, but it still has plenty of extra tentacles. I'm going to say it's only got 4 tentacles instead of 6. That's just what I'd written up. Kiara, it is your turn. Are you there?
Sorry, I realized I was on mute. Who was it that was grasped?
That is Trevor.
I'm gonna try and, after being spat out, I'm gonna try and run up to it. Is it high off the ground?
Well, he's high off the ground. He's probably a good 30 feet up right now, being waved around. So it's not really like you can aid him attempting to escape. You can really just attack the creature.
Well, actually, no, I can do this. I'm gonna unfold my weapon, my wind fan, and I'm gonna throw it, trying to cut off however big this tentacle.
Okay, that's still going to be an attack, but I'll say we'll say the attack's at a disadvantage, and if you do enough damage, you might be able to free him.
All right, do I have to do accuracy or whatever? Find out if I hit it.
That's what your attack is. So make the attack at disadvantage because you're going for a smaller target. Okay, that's going to miss. But if it had been at advantage, I probably would have let you cut off the tentacle. But that was your action. Do you have? You don't have any bonus actions you want to use?
No.
Okay, Tarek, it is your turn.
I'm going to move by 30 feet, and I'm going to hit it with. Where's my produce flame? With that.
Okay, that was not enough to hurt it.
No.
Okay, but it's his turn, so he hasn't moved away from your other thing yet. But he got an 18 on the die.
Oh.
And he's got a heck of a Constitution modifier.
Let's see, and take half as much.
Okay, so give me that. Okay. Yeah, and that's why he's not really bothering to run away from it. Okay. But now, it's his turn. So he's going to make a bite attempt against the morsel he has. That's a 20.
That hits.
Okay. You'll take 22 piercing.
Dang.
And you are now swallowed. You are blind, restrained, and that's it until your turn. But he still has a couple other attacks, so he's going after the T-Rex naturally. That's going to hit. So it's Fredzilla just took a nice little chunk, and he's going to attack with the other. And Fred's pretty easy to hit. So yeah, that hit. There's another 19. Okay. Okay, so Fred's not too happy, and yeah, that was his 3 attacks, and he's already done a bite. So that's his turn. Rihanna, it is your turn. Your associate, your acquaintance just got swallowed. Friend's a strong word.
Swallowed?
Yeah, like you can't see Trevor anymore. He just got eaten.
I'm a fucking Jolly Rancher right now.
That's fairly accurate.
Is that it?
That will, yep, that'll hit.
18 points damage.
Okay.
And then I hide again.
Okay, he felt that, but it wasn't enough to make him spit anybody up. Okay, but you hiding isn't really a problem. And then is Fred's turn. Fred can only attack one thing at a time, but he really hits when he does. We're going to say he went with the tail attack just to mix things up. And you know what, just because I need to make this a little bit different, we're going to actually roll his damage. Ooh, he did more. He did 25. Trevor, you just got spit up. And so, you know, again, you're probably kind of gross. But, well, I did that damage to the wrong guy. Hold on. My bad. Okay. So no, I don't get. Damn you guys for bringing a T-Rex to this fight. This was going to be awesome. That was Fred's turn. Trilak, it's your turn.
Okay. Okie dokie. That's not what I want to do. So, gonna move like 15 feet that direction.
Okay.
And let's just do a fifth. Let's do a fifth level, because why not? Boom. I'm going to use Channel Divinity, so he takes maximum thunder damage, which is 5d6. So he should take 30.
All right. Hold on. Let me check his constitution. Quick question about Destruction Wave. Is that everybody in its path?
Nope. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, so just him.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Well,
if he fails the Constitution saving throw, he is knocked prone.
He's huge. I don't think that can knock him prone. Does it give a size? Because usually, if they're that big. All right. What was the maximum damage? Because he did not do good on his con save.
So the maximum damage is 30 plus 15, so 45 damage. Okay. And he is not prone.
Okay. Just a second. I'm going to figure that up in 1 second. You said 45?
Yep, 45 total.
Okay. All right. And yeah, I guess he falls down. And that was thunder damage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right then. Trevor, it is your turn.
I would like to hit him.
Okay.
I will stand up and then I would like to hit him.
Okay. So half your movement to stand up. Yeah, that'll hit. And that'll also hit.
Is he still up?
Can you give me the grand total?
15, 19,
right.
28.
All right, 28.
I didn't light up my sword yet, so I didn't.
Okay. Yeah, he's hurt, but he's still moving around.
Action surge.
Okay.
Bonus action, lighting up my sword.
Okay.
Yes!
Good God. All right, give me some totals.
12, 4, 22. Hold on. 10, 12, 22, 27.
27 in all?
Plus 5 and 9, plus 14. Okay. 27 plus 14.
Okay. Let me do the first one first. Yes. Okay. He is still alive, but you know you were able to hack into him pretty good with those. In fact, let me give you a couple of lingering damages for what you just did to him, because I finally pulled that up. Okay. That you left a really bad gash that if he were to survive would probably be an infection, but I don't think he's going to survive much of this. You did manage to take off one of his tentacles.
Yes.
Now he only has 3. Kiara, it is your turn.
I am going to do what I did last time. Aim for one of the tentacles and try and...
He's on the ground, so I would say just make a basic attack. And if you get a critical, then you can possibly hack something off. So your attack is at advantage because he's on the ground. All right. 19. Let me double check. Yeah, that just hits him.
Yeah.
So roll damage.
D20? What?
Just click on where it says wind fan underneath. Just a sec. I'll do it for you.
Okay.
This time. Okay, so you did 5 points of damage to him. Okay. And Tarek, it is your turn.
Let's move over here, and we'll do a little produce flame. Yeah, produce flame.
That one will be at disadvantage because he is technically on the ground. That means long range should be.
I was figuring it out. I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. So, Tarek, give me one more attack for the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay, the 13 did not manage to pierce his thick hide. But now it is his turn, and because he never got away from your moonbeam. But he did get like a 25 on his con save.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So half a 17.
Okay. Okay, and then he stands up, and we're going to say he's kind of getting annoyed at Trevor for, those repeated hits. A 29 and a 17 to hit for 2 of his attacks. And
well, the 29 just hits.
Yeah, I was just double checking what. Okay, we're gonna go with an actual dice roll this time because I got the dice handy. All right, so you take 19 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled again. While he's got you grappled, he's gonna take a bite with his last attack, which was a 19. I forget your AC. It changes when you guys.
The 19 hits.
Okay, then you are swallowed once again. Rihanna, it is your turn. This thing is determined to eat Trevor. Let it have a last meal.
Okay.
That hit. And because this is with sneak damage, that was 27 points.
Mm-hmm.
So, Trevor, for the second time today, you managed to climb out of its mouth as it gets hit.
You're welcome.
And then, well, it's Fredzilla's turn. And Fredzilla hits it with a 29 as it clamps on with its big teeth and its big mouth. And what do I add to its damage? 24 points of damage. Fredzilla rips a chunk of it out.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, an important chunk of it. You think you just saw it like rip out its heart and eat it as the thing falls dead. The Frogzilla has been defeated by Fred Kong.
Yay!
This has been one of the weirdest sessions I've ever done, and I have Frick in my games. You literally just... You guys found some creative solutions. First of all, you minimize what should have been a deadly encounter, turned it into a medium encounter, and then you turn the other difficult encounter into something that was at least challenging, I will say. But still...
I only got eaten twice.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. The Elder Froghemoth is dead.
Of course, we are going to try to cut it up, correct?
Yeah, if you have the survival trait, then you can make an attempt. If not, I'll let someone else, I'll let two of you try with advantage. I don't know if any of you actually have survival, but it makes sense that that person should take the lead.
Proficiency?
Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
Do we have any glass vials? Like empty ones?
Probably from potions.
I'll say, let me just see how many I think you have. I'll say you have 5 empty vials. Okay.
Blood could be variable?
I will let whoever has the highest wisdom, I will let them, I'll say they're the best one to make this this check, because it, in fact, we'll say, Troc, you have medicine, so you go ahead and make the roll. You can use your knowledge of anatomy to try to figure out. You don't get it at advantage, but I'll let you make the... Okay, you'll do pretty good at trying to figure out what can safely be removed and what is useful. All right, what did
Watch
you...
out for that artery. It's filled with bad stuff. Be very careful.
All right, what did you want the vials for?
Blood.
Okay, so you've got 5 vials of blood from a froghemoth.
I just walk over to Rihanna and I lean in. You know that friend that wanted Tarek's blood? And I shake the vials of blood.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
You're also pretty sure that might have some value to some people. You know, I mean, first off,
Yeah.
you can trick a kin into cloning a froghemoth. I want you to think about that action before you do it.
Did we get it?
Wait, why are we doing that?
I just wanted to point it out because I just thought, I was like, oh, blood's valuable. And then it hit my head. Somebody wanted blood.
Okay, is there anything else you want to make an attempt for? Because blood was a really easy thing to collect. This thing had a lot of it.
You know, did tentacles, did it have anything like almost like a squid in a sense, or is it just like a little arm? Kind of like an arm.
This is more like just an appendage. It didn't have an ink sac.
Okay.
So if you don't want anything in particular, I'm going to say that you can get some of its a good bit of its hide. We'll say that you get about 6 pounds of froghemoth hide.
Nice.
Boy, the 6s just keep coming up every time I roll.
I'm guessing a tooth is a good trinket.
Yeah, you can. Since you're just going for a trophy and not something to sell, this guy has some pretty good sized teeth. You can pry one loose. I'm gonna say that things outside of hide that can be, like dried out and preserved. Trying to take its eyes would be a little bit of a challenge, but you did really good, and its eyes are not exactly difficult. I'll say you got 2 froghemoth eyes also.
Cool.
All right, so I'm just trying to make my own notes. All right, is there anything else you want to do? Because
I think that was both camps, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you've also only it's only been a couple of hours since we started, which is wow, time's really flown by. I'm going to say somebody give me a nature check.
Ooh, I get you.
Okay. We're going to say Tarek and Kiara. You know that things that are this big, which eat people whole, they tend to have a nest where they spit out the parts that can't be digested.
Ooh.
There is most likely a nest of weapons, armor, gold somewhere.
Stuff of value.
Well, let's look around for it, maybe.
Okay. So I'll say, guys, let's call these some perception checks. Okay. And since she needs it, we're gonna. We're gonna go with the 22 while Carrie's trying to get something to feel better.
Well, I was gonna see like if I checked from like on top of Fred, would that give me advantage or anything?
Like I said, that's
higher view.
I don't think you're going to be able to beat the 22. Honestly, that was going to be good enough. But we're going to say that yes, because you're up there, looking from the 2 stories, the 3 stories in the air, you're able to find. You follow its trail, because again, Frogzilla left quite a good path, and when he walked, so you're able to find its trail, and you do find some loot.
Cool.
Alright, let me find the Froghemoth. Okay, I'm going to sort of just copy and paste all of this, but I'll give you the quick version. You find a good bit of gold. You find some art-type objects. You find a magic wand. Some chainmail adamantine armor.
Oh, that's like what I have.
Yeah. And then you find a ring and a pearl. I'm going to put all this into chat now. Except for the fact that you guys don't know for sure that the magic items are magic items, because you don't have anybody to cast that spell. But you'll find out once you start talking to people.
Would it be safe of me to assume that the chainmail is similar to my armor, because it's all
that's what you were able to tell just by the comparison. That's why I was saying the magic items, you'll want to have properly identified from somebody.
Okay.
But
I will tell the others what I assume that chainmail is.
Can I try and identify this magic wand?
Do you have the identified spell?
Nope. Never mind.
Yeah. That was the advantage of having a wizard. It was really paranoid in the party. You can just try playing around with it and seeing what it does, because some things do require attunement after all. So if you want to spend some time with it, I'll say that if you guys want to take something and try to what am I trying to think here? Basically, if you want to spend your rest with these items, trying to better identify them, you can attune to them, and that will help you know what they are.
I will try to attune to this wand.
Okay, it does require attunement from a spellcaster, but it is a +1 to all your spells. I'll send you the actual description, because I think you were on a tablet and that makes it harder to look up. So,
I mean, right now I'm not, but okay.
Okay, well, I've already done it, so you have a +1 wand. And if anybody wants to try to mess with the other things, okay. In this case, I think if you guys, you're here for at least a day until the portal reopens. So you've had I'm going to say you guys have been going for, we're going to call it 12 hours now. So
I can fly again.
Do we need to make another handling check against the T-Rex?
It hasn't been 24 hours. And Trevor, it's been 12 hours since you started the day, not since you first got into a fight.
Okay.
So you've been up and going for about 12 hours. That means you have, you can do a little more hunting around. You have about 6 hours, or do you want to make camp somewhere? Because I can just pull you up something random to do. Although I think Carrie might need to go ahead and go to bed if she's not feeling good.
Yeah, she's laying down. So
okay.
Let's see.
So I can still, like I said, I can still give you something. We'll just leave Rihanna out of the battles. Is Tarek still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
No, Trilak, I mean.
Trilak. No, he left.
Oh, okay. All right,
You
so
did?
I can just readjust your battles for 3 people.
And Fred.
Yeah, and Fred. You have him for about another 18 hours.
You might want to adjust that to 2 people because I'm gonna have to leave soon.
Okay.
But I mean, like in a few minutes, maybe.
So, yeah, in that case, it might be kind of hard to get a proper fight with just 2 people. Oh, well,
Yeah.
2 people and a T-Rex. So,
I mean, we do have a T-Rex.
yeah.
Make
So
that 2 minutes.
we might need to go ahead and
Aw.
call it a little bit of a short. I think a 3-hour game session is pretty good.
That's
It's,
going.
I'm gonna say one thing that I will. We're gonna go with the the nature checks you guys did earlier. It sort of occurs to you a T-Rex can't digest everything. If you want to head in the opposite direction.
Again.
Yeah. I'm just going to be
Sure,
nice
why
and
not?
tell you that, these guys had some value. All right,
I'm
so
just saying real quick, look at how cute she is.
we can barely see her. All right, go ahead and give me a new one of you. We're going to say one of you do a perception at advantage. Whoever does it first. All right,
Never mind.
I'm going to go with the 25 because that was the first one that I saw at advantage. I'm pretty sure Tarek had done that first perception earlier.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think so.
I'm going to go ahead and see some of what Fred took you back to his nest. When you, we're just going to say you went ahead and asked him about it. And I'm feeling good today. You guys did a lot to amuse me. I'll give you the full everything they had because they had a good chunk more
Fred
gold.
wouldn't hide from us.
How much experience do we get? Because
I do milestone, not experience.
okay,
So when you do something to accomplish a big goal, that's when I'll level you up.
okay, cool.
So
Like getting
anyway,
a T-Rex as a pet.
yeah.
What's a healing pot?
A healing potion.
Oh, potion.
I had to keep my notes simple, and you can pretty easily, figure out what the scrolls are, just by properly reading them. All right. So, I guess the next question here has to be, what do you do with Fred before you go to sleep tonight? You'll
I'm
have
going
him
to-
for about 6 hours tomorrow if you sleep 8 hours.
I know something we could do. I'll polymorph him real quick into like a tabby cat or something
Okay.
that still look normal, and also you guys can keep him.
For 1 hour until it wears off.
Well, I mean, T-Rexes do sleep,
Yeah.
or they did, or whatever.
Yeah, he's taken a bit of a battle, but he's also had a good meal.
No,
So
polymorph lasts until this for the duration. I don't know the duration. That's bad. I'll try
I
to
mean,
find
we
it.
don't really.
the
he's
duration
fine
of
as
polymorph is 1 hour if he's not fighting it, and I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys say that he won't fight it. You can turn him into something, but in an hour he turns back.
I think he's okay as a big dinosaur right now.
The thing is that tomorrow afternoon he goes back to his man-eating ways.
Right. We'll just have to
I'm
remember to.
gonna tell Fred that he should wander off very far that direction and find new territory.
Give me or I'm going to say that you cast speak with animals, but give me animal handling at advantage because you have to convince him this is a good idea. And he rolled a natural 20. Let me just see what his wisdom is because you did really well.
If he fails, I wanted to try as well.
That's why I was giving it advantage. The two of you are sort of trying together. Go ahead and give me one roll for animal handling, and then explain to him why he should leave. I want you guys to actually use words here. He's like, this is my hunting ground. Why should I leave?
There's
Because
way more.
more people like us will show up and try to take away your hunting grounds and try to kill you.
Yeah, but I just got to eat a really big thing. My territory is even bigger now.
There's much more that is in that other direction, wherever we're talking about, and you can dominate all of them and eat them all.
Okay. All right, only because you guys are cool and you helped me beat, the big thing. So he's in a good mood. So even though he rolled a natural 20, I'm going to say that you did get a 23 after all. You just convinced this T-Rex to give up and go look for something safer to eat. Even though to him, he was never in any danger. So
I'm back out to him. We'll give you more food.
he's actually eaten very well. He's happy with the meal. But yeah, you've explained to him in something that a dinosaur understands why he should go somewhere else to find new food. I'm going to think that a part of it probably is, people have all these things that, like metal you have to spit up later on. It gets caught in your gullet. Okay.
The stuff that gives you indigestion.
Yes. So I want to be clear about everything you guys have accomplished today. First off, you were able to befriend a T-Rex and then kill another T-Rex. Then you got involved in a fight between huge monsters. And then you convinced Godzilla to go back off into the wilderness to find a new place to live. Or King Kong, whatever. That's a lot, guys.
Miles.
Yep.
You just leveled up once. I'm not going to level you up after 2 games. You have to do a few games. But you guys, I built some of these.
T-Rex.
I when I built these, I've estimated about 6 people, and I was just going to bump up their health. So when it was only 4 or 5 of you, I just sort of adjusted gave them brought their health down, and you still tore through them. I mean, you took some hits because after all, most of you were smart enough to attack from a distance. That was a heck of a fight, guys. So you're able to sleep the night safely. The local town is very happy that you've avenged Larry, and they'll be able to get back to work soon. So you're able to sleep, have a good rest. They tell you, they'll help let you know when the portal's going to reopen. So you're able to go back to Sigil. So I'm just going to send you back home.
Next time, I'm going to be wanting to go to do stuff. You know what I'm talking about, Andy.
Okay. And you're going to need to remind me in chat because
armor. Do you not remember?
No, because a lot of stuff's been talked about, so
okay.
I mean, your armor has some abilities, but it's not enough to let me know why you're just going to go off to do stuff. You got to tell me what secret stuff's going on. I don't think I can remember.
That was some vicious typing.
Okay. Did
You
you
remember
have?
that?
Yeah. Did you have enough money for that? Remember the price tag?
Was it?
It was pretty expensive.
Oh, I'm gonna pay for it still. I don't care.
Okay, I didn't know how much money you had on you, because
Just kidding.
you guys will need to divide up the money that you've already gotten later. But okay, if you can afford it, then that's not a problem. You can have that done.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Remember, it's a once a day, and you didn't actually and just so you know, what you're having enchanted, they're putting that on you directly, not your armor.
Oh, okay, good.
Because that is something that you guys, I'm going to say you've all learned after a couple of days in Sigil, is that there is a group of mages who can give you new spells. Kara, I'll just get with you in a little bit to find out how much of that you're paying for. Because remember, they do have an upsell version. But
okay.
That's something. Yeah, that's something you can do in downtime. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Is there anything that you guys that are still with me want to do before we call it a day?
I do have a quick question.
Okay.
I remember. Oh my god, she's so cute.
Focus.
We talked about not in game, but about like magical tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something in Sigil that we can find?
Possibly. I don't have stats for that right offhand.
Okay.
But we're going to say that you've had a few days, and because we're in kind of a downtime chat. Like I said, I'll send you the first group thing that you find out about is the people who can like give you magical enhancements like Dark Sight. They can sort of put that on you as a permanent thing for a big enough price tag. So
okay,
you can
I was looking for like some...
if you want a magical tattoo, we'll talk about it in downtime where I can find the proper stats. But yeah,
cool.
there's probably somebody who can give you a magical tattoo.
Cool. Oh, okay. That's it.
Okay.
For me.
Cool.
So is it how much money was it again for the permanent?
I'll have to go back through our chat because otherwise I have to look it up. I got the reference sheet around here.
All right, I'll also look at it again. We can talk about it later as well.
Yeah. Okay, the one I was going to give you, that was 26,000 for a second level spell to be permanently enchanted into you, and it's an extra 2,500 if you want to have that dispel raised. For those of you who, like I said, the spell permanency thing, I'll just tell you guys now. Basically what it is they have a few that are more common, like if you want comprehend language, they can give you that as a permanent enchantment on you. But what they tell you is that it can be dispelled if somebody realizes it. So they will give you an extra layer of protection and raise that dispel DC up to 20 for an extra fee. So, like if you want to be able to see magic, have magic detection, that can be done.
I'm a mage slayer. I don't need that.
Okay. What does a mage slayer need to see magic for?
I already have advantage against spells and shit. I'm good.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just one of the things. If it's anything more complicated, like I said, we'll figure that out when I can look things up. But if you have anything role play socially that you want to accomplish, otherwise we'll call it a day.
I want to go find some exotic plant seeds because I think I'm going to start planting invasive plants in the wrong planes.
That can be done.
Wait, we could go to the Feywild from here and just get a bunch of random Feywild shit?
Yeah. How evasive do you want? Because,
evasive's the wrong word. I'm more just...
Well, I mean, okay, there's different type... obviously, like I said, you're at the hub of the multiverse. You have seen people going around with trees that have vipers growing out of them.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like... planting an oak tree on a plane that doesn't know what an oak tree is.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay.
Nothing that's going to be killing people or things like that.
Okay. So you want the boring plants, not the fun plants.
Yeah,
Okay.
Put a field of wildflowers in, a place that's never seen flowers.
We'll say for 5 gold, you can have a variety pack of different plant seeds. And we'll say that for the next, that right there, seeds are normal seeds are not expensive, even if you're buying them in a place without nature. It still isn't hard for you to collect. So you will have enough. You can do some weird druid planting things for quite a while. And we're going to say that in exchange for this service, you guys will get some free room and board for a while too, because just constantly nickel and diming you guys over that is kind of boring. It just won't be. It won't be the sort of place where you can just hang out all the time. It's more of just enough room to sleep. It's
a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, it's more of a barracks.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm familiar with those.
Yeah, you have a place to sleep, not a place to hang out and plan your next adventure.
That's why we have bars. What? Are you hammering? Stop it.
Okay. Well, guys, if that is all for today, we're going to go ahead and call it here and let everybody, rest up from Mother's Day. Like I said, you guys accomplished quite a bit. If nothing else,
we made friends with a T-Rex.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to ride a T-Rex. So
yes.
I already miss Fred.
Hey, if only you had tried to keep him, because you were doing really well with your animal handling checks. If we
would have kept him, we would have been killed. It just would have been horrible.
Oh yeah, there was no way.
If there was a way to permanently been amazing.
You could have probably gotten a mage to permanently make him smaller, but I'm not saying it would have been cheap. It goes back to that spell permanency thing I was just talking about. Someone would have found a way.
Is it worth the gold? Would it be worth it? Yes.
I want to make him mount size.
I'll tell you what, that if you want to go back and find him in downtime, I'll figure out what the prices are. But it's going to take you like several.
It's going to take a couple like shrink person spells. Shrink person permanency to make him like medium size. Because he's huge, right? So it'd be huge, large, medium.
Well, I would just say, like, not even figuring out the money side of that. Just think about trying to tame him for a minute. You would have to, use. It would take a little while to get someone who was king of his territory to suddenly become your personal shrunken mount. You would have had to use animal handling every day for like a month, and still.
Well, that's kind of cruel if you think about it.
Oh, it would have been pretty neat. You probably could. It would have been like training a horse. It would have been possible. And if you want to do it, I'll give you.
He's this great, majestic creature in this amazing plane of existence. Poof, you're.
Yeah, but he's not that bright. He doesn't remember week to week. He's got a 2 intelligence. You think he remembers anything beyond a month that isn't food? So it's not like you're taking a sentient creature. You're taking someone who, like I said, you would just need to cast animal friendship, to keep up until he was properly trained. And I would say that would take a little while.
We get him properly trained, then we get him a headband of intellect. Makes his intelligence 19. I got a double face.
And that's when he turns on us and kills us.
That's when he starts learning magic. Oh. Then you have a T-Rex mount mage.
Level 1 mage.
Just because he doesn't have the dexterity to hold a weapon. I will. If you guys want to do that, let me know.
We need a wand of enlarging. So we can go shrink him down, make it permanent, and then use the wand to make it big again when we fight.
Okay, now you're just making things complicated on me, because I would have to readjust his stats for smaller anyway.
That's so great.
I know, that's why I'm letting this conversation continue instead of ending the stream, which is what I should have done.
Oh, we're still streaming.
Yes, because this is too much fun not to share.
Oh,
this is
should we
weird.
go get Fred?
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here and have this conversation. Just come back in 2 weeks to find out if Fred is a permanent part of the party. That's your cliffhanger to get you back in 2 weeks.
That's a great cliffhanger.
We'll see you next time.